Flip what around?
Yeah, flip this.
Oh, that's like it.
All right, Shalom. We the true Hebrew Israelites coming in to you week in, week out with this truth, prophesying the downfall of America. And as always, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash.
Yeah, double honors to our apostles and the elders of the great millstone for teaching us this truth, giving us this blueprint, ruling well. Enough respect to the fellow Akim that's pushing the truth in sincerity, risking their lives to do so across the globe. Okay, to the Akwaf and the Akim and the Akwaf that's listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. Yeah, so we coming to you again, prophesying the downfall of America. And you know, whatever war we got up, conjure up, what does the general come to you and say? Weapons check, man. You know, weapons check. And we out here, we got this weapon to wound our adversaries. You got that for me? Second Maccabees.
Yeah, this is the book of Second Maccabees, 15, and starting at verse 16. It says, "Take this holy sword, a gift from the Most High, with that which thou shalt wound the adversities."
Yeah, the adversary. Yeah,
Adversaries,
our adversary. No, that's good. Hey, yeah, our adversary. So this sword that we got, which is the Holy Bible itself, all right, within these scriptures, okay, we're warning our adversaries, man. You know, this false Christianity is out here, it's trying to hold on to the lack of faith that they do have, man. All right, because they don't really believe in the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, like we do, man. You see, they don't extol him like we do, man. So with this sword, you know, like I said, it's a weapons check. You got the sword, all right, but they're empty without scriptures. We out here, we have our scriptures, man, loaded with us, man. All right?
Yeah, this better than the dragon, the 26th verse. But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave.
So yeah, man, it's plain to us, man. How you gonna slay a dragon without a sword, man? All right, it's these scriptures, man, that we have, man. This golden sword, all right, that Jeremiah was holding, he gave to Judas, man. We all know Judas Maccabees. He was a great soldier, man.
That's right.
Right?
Just to add to what the brother brought out, 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
That's right.
but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, and we got Esau by the heel, man, as the scriptures say, man. We pulling down that stronghold, man, all right, through these words, through the scriptures, man, which is that sword, man. And we're locked and loaded, man, all right? You can't come up across any camp at GMS that's not locked and loaded and spitting these scriptures out, man. You see? So this is a weapons check call, man. To you Israelites, so-called Israelites out there, you ain't got your weapon, you're going to be found naked, man. All right, without that garment. Hebrews 4:20.
That's good, preacher.
Okay.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation.
Start at 16.
All right, 16. Come on. Ephesians 6 and 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah, that's right. And that shield, man, is the ultimate, is Yahweh Shah, man. He has that hedge around us, man.
Shield
What
in
is it
that
talk?
bucket.
God, that's right. What did Job say, man? You see, when the devil came up, when the angels came up, man, you said, how I'm gonna tempt him? You got a hedge around him, man. You see what I'm saying? So we got that hedge around us. Lord willing, we're gonna continue to have that hedge around us, and we stay in these scriptures, man. Stay in this holy Bible, man. All right.
And if I can say too, the fiery darts of the devil consist of all these naysayers that attempt to come up against us in the form of Vocam Malone, Dr. James White, the Edomite. Those the fiery darts. They ain't nothing but little darts, man. You know, but they fiery, you know.
Yeah. And that's able to withstand, man. You know what I'm saying? We are able to withstand. All right. Able to stand. Yeah, with the strength of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, those fiery darts, those like the Ox said, man, these different denominations, these different religions, these different type of philosophies y'all have that's throwing at us, man. All right. Put on the whole armor so you won't be caught out there naked, man.
Hey, can I say again too? It say the shield of faith. If you don't have a strong foundation, if you ain't rooted and built it, and have faith, those darts will get to you, man.
That's right.
That's why you hear niggas all of a sudden teaching that the earth is flat.
Right.
Because they didn't have that shield of faith. And when that dart hit them, they saw a video, you know, the presentation was nice. It was, you know, they had the graphics and they show the visual.
Yeah.
The niggas, oh, the earth is flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That mean because you didn't have the shield of faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
even the 12 trial chart. That nigga saying the 12 trial chart ain't right. That's because you ain't had the shield of faith, man. That dark
Yeah.
got to your ass.
That's right.
You ain't had the dark hit you somewhere. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Ain't had that hedge,
Bleed
man.
out.
Yeah, ain't had that hedge. You'll bleed, God. You'll bleed out.
Yeah,
let me
Got
finish
some-
this
Go,
off.
go finish it.
Ephesians 6 and 17, this is the point. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
You see? See, the flesh was made the word, man. Hey, if y'all can receive that, man. You see, and the word is Yahweh Shah himself, man. You see, we taking that sword, man. Like I said, weapons check. Weapons check, man. How you gonna withstand that, man, without your weapon, man? All right, you had something?
Yeah, the Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrews.
Yeah, the Hebrew 4 and 12. For the
Beautiful.
word of the Most High is
Beautiful.
quick and
Beautiful.
powerful,
Beautiful.
See?
and sharper than any two-edged sword,
Beautiful.
piercing even the dividing asunder of soul and spirit,
That's right.
and of the joints and marrows, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Yeah, man. So these scriptures, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is cutting you to the marrow, man. All right, without even wounding you, man. All right, but it's wounding you spiritually, man, and you hurt. Y'all out there hurt, man. Christianity is hurt. Y'all butt hurt, man. All right, through the word and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah that's going forth through his prophets, man. You see? Go ahead.
It's like they say, wound the spirit, who can battle, man? Because once you come across this word, whether you heal for battle, pretty much you despise it or you cling on to it, it's gonna stick, it's gonna resonate, man.
It's gonna resonate. What the gentleman come up and say, man? Weapons check. When you get ready to go to battle, man. Weapons check, man. Who got the weapons and who don't, man? All right, Christianity gonna be caught without it, man. All right, and the men that you see on the highways and hedges day in and day out are gonna be found with it, man. All right, we're gonna be found clothed with the whole armor, all right, and whole salvation, man, the helmet, all right, all the way down to the bootstraps, man.
Hey, can I say too? This is a cloak.
Right.
We on the battlefield. You can't
right.
even see us, man.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
scriptures is like a cloak.
Right.
God.
And plus, we behind enemy lines. We nothing more than sleeper cells. The Lord planted us behind enemy lines. And when that buzzword, which was Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah, when we heard that name, we woke up. You know what I mean? Like robots.
Yeah, you sprung into action, man.
Yeah.
You sprung into action, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
This is St. Matthew's chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
You see what I'm saying? So he's coming ultimately with that sword, man. That sword's gonna be in the form of those ICBMs, man. But first and foremost, he put the prophets out. He sent the apostles last. I set forth the apostles last, man. All right, to accomplish what he doing, we're simply laying out that red carpet, man. All right, for Yahweh Shah to just float on in, man. All right, in the cloak of those clouds. All right, like the ox said, man. All right.
Hey, can I say too, real quick before you get that? When you go back to that right there again, because that's ultimately going into those destruction, but that's dealing with this word too, because this word is set up to separate
That's right.
and divide. And they're gonna tell you that in the next verse, go ahead.
This is St. Matthew's, I'm going to start at 34 again. St. Matthew's 10 and 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
Okay.
Verse 35, for I am come to set a man at vengeance against his father. Variance, Salakia, against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
So that means it's gonna be separation. So this word was set up as a divider, man. See, one thing about this word, either you got it or you don't.
That's right. That's
Either
right.
you got the right breakdown or you don't. It ain't no
That's right.
in between with it. And what's going to ultimately happen is going to cause division.
Yeah.
So that's why you got this friction right now. This is a spiritual war, man.
Yep.
But we got the weaponry, man. Because you notice these so-called Christians, like when you get like Vocab Malone and any of those guys, they have to prep. They have to make sure they got all their scriptures lined up. Then they'll go and visit a certain city. They got everything lined up. They know what they're going to ask you, and they got the police. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemai Shai, we yielding this sword crazy, man. If you in the way, whoever in the way, man.
They get cut.
Hey, that going to that go to. I was just thinking about that too. That going to the jawbone.
Oh yeah.
Samson slew everybody with that jawbone.
Yeah,
It was a subtle meaning to that. So it's going into us, man. The mouthpiece. The Lord is slaying everybody with that mouthpiece, with that jawbone, man.
Right.
And we'll get on your ass up here, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 48 and 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
You see what I'm saying? So if you have this truth, man, and you ain't spitting out that word, man, hey, weapons check, man. If you ain't spitting out that word, man, hey, curse you, man. Curse it be. Hey, read that again, huh?
God.
They need to hear
Yeah,
that again.
yeah, this is Jeremiah 48. It's like Jeremiah 48 and 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully.
You see?
And-
Deceitfully. So like, yes, you see deceitfully, man. So these different variances, as the Ark brought out in the scriptures, y'all out here coming out deceitfully, man. All right, y'all ain't keeping the whole doctrine, man. All right, this is a whole roll that you got to consume in its entirety, man. All right, you just can't pull something out of it and throw what you want to throw out of it, man. No, man, you doing that deceitfully. Continue.
It says, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
That's right, man. So if you holding back, man, you know, you holding back this truth, man. You like hiding your talents in the napkin, man.
That's it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You just wicked as all out being, man. You wicked as the profane person that the wicked is, that the enemy is, man. All right?
Treachery.
Yes.
This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 7. That's like it, verse 6. Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
You see? So they come one end with one variety, we cut them like that. They come with another variety, it's a two-edged sword. There ain't no way you can lose with this truth, man. You see?
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, and then it says a two-edged sword. So him that's swinging the sword, if you're not careful, if you don't know how to swing the sword, it's gonna cut you. You know what I'm saying? And that's these scoffers in these corners, or these guys that think they got the truth, man.
Malone,
Malone, man.
right.
You try to swing the word, man, and you fuck around and cut yourself, man.
Oh, man.
You bleed all over.
Oh, man.
You bleed all over yourself.
Hey, that's a shame. Hey, when somebody shoot themselves, man.
Yeah.
Shut the bomb.
Then your life upside down. You in jail, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna charge you for shooting yourself, man. In this world, man. Hey, that's a bad. Hey, that's bad. man.
Quick precept proving that this truth is a war. All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called their peace.
Weapons check, man. Weapons check, man. You gotta have your weapon on guard, man. Hey, read that again.
Yep, this Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
This is the great war, man. This is the great war we in, man. We having our weapons checked, man. Like Jeremiah gave Judas Maccabees that sword, man. Okay? Into a simple nation, man. All right? Unto a certain nation. So like a certain nation that he gave, man. And out that certain nation, he got the elect of the elect. The elect being Israel, and he have the elect of the elect of Israel, man. And those 144,000 men.
Yeah, mighty
Okay.
men. Because you know what? It go back to the mighty men of David.
Yeah, David. Yeah, kind. The house of David.
Yep.
Mighty man of David. That's right, man. All right. You got
Continue on with that.
This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
You see, man. So can't nobody come up here and confound us, man. All right, with this truth, man. You can't come up here and confound us with that, man. Like I said, it's a two-edged sword, man. All right, you can cut them or you can cut yourself, man. All right, and we're willing, all right, throwing ourselves out there on the battle line to cut them, man, our adversaries, man. All right, and that consists of the wicked, all right, the wicked that's acting wickedly, okay, the heathens, all right, and anybody else that's come up against this truth, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Isaiah 49 verse 2, it says, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword, and in the shadow of his hand hath he hid me.
See what I'm saying? Hey, that's true. Hey, that's on that.
Yeah, okay, Mo?
Yeah,
It says,
keep going.
it says, and made me a polished shaft in his...
Hey, man, what's a polished shaft, man? To you people out there, man. Look it up, man. Google it. Go ahead.
It says, and in his quiver hath he hid me.
Exactly, man. Hey, Revelation 1 and 16. Revelation 1 and 16. Yeah, he hid us in the palm of his hand, man.
Slip
Hey,
that
that's
right up
another.
on
Hey, that's another hedge, man. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He come in all forms, shapes, and sizes, man. To you non-believers out there, man, you're gonna realize, all right, that a prophet has been among you, man. We're letting you know that a sword coming, and we letting you know that you got a sword. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you got a sword. You got a weapons check right in your hand, man, and you afraid to use it, man.
Well, they ain't equipped.
They ain't equipped.
They don't possess the
Yeah,
the
they
skill
ain't got,
set.
yeah,
They
yeah,
got
yeah,
the
they ain't got,
skill
yeah,
set.
yeah.
Because King
exactly.
David said that let their weapons to be their welfare.
Welfare,
You know,
be for they become a snap.
Give us a snap.
Yeah, we got that revelation.
Yeah, this Revelations 1:16.
Check it out.
He had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword.
You see that? Two-edged sword, man. Why the scriptures always rotate to that two-edged sword, man? Or just the word sword. A subtle sword, man.
Hey, listen, that's the word. I got something to add to it. This Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15. It says, "Thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of the royal throne as a furious man of war."
You see? You see?
In the midst of a land of destruction.
Oh man, this is the land of destruction right here, man. This is the land of destruction, man. And we are leaping down, man, like mighty men, man. We're coming out here standing in the boldness of them that afflicted us, man. You had something? Yeah, go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians, laying back to what Paul
Okay,
said.
yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26.
Yeah.
For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, kind. Ain't that many called. Hey, it's only a certain elect of men that's called to this truth, man. All right? And either you're going to be guarded, all right? You're going to be have that hedge, all right? You're going to have the armor, the whole armor on, all right? And then you got men out there that's coming into it, all right? Unawares, man. All right? They're creeping in here, having the cloak that they think they are. You got more on that? Okay, that's it on that. All right. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes 18 and 3.
This is Ecclesiastes.
Because we talk about a divide, man. All right? Because that's ultimately what it is, man. It's a great divide, man. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 3. Who governeth the world with his palm of his hand, and all things obey his will.
See?
For he is the king of all.
That's right.
By his power, dividing holy things among them from profane.
You see? So you look at Revelations 1:8, Hebrews 4:12, man. It's he got the hedge, he got certain men in the palm of his hand, man. All right, and that's the hopefully elect, man, which is ultimately the elect. We're just hoping to be a part of that elect, man. All right, but he's dividing, man. What he's dividing? He's dividing darkness from light, man. The righteousness from unrighteousness, man. All right. And if you ain't got the eyes to see or the ears to hear, man, hey, how about Shem Yahshua ain't dealing with you, man? All right? He started that way from the beginning, man. Hey, Genesis 1 and 3. Genesis 1, 3, and 4.
It's the book of Genesis.
Because it's a divide, man. It's a divide.
Got precept where you looking for.
Luke 1, 2, and 7 and 8.
Got precept where you looking for.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Psalms chapter 91. And I'm starting at verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Yeah, the Most High is our habitation, man. And how do we get to the Most High, man? All right, through the mediator, which is Yahweh Shah, man. All right?
There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
As Yahweh Shah being our refuge, all right, being that protective hedge, being if you go into the word refuge, it means what? A ceiling or a place of protection from rain or storm. All right, that's that hedge, man. Like the ox said, it's a great divide. You know what I'm saying? And they on the negative side and we on the right side. Read that top again.
That's right.
It says, there shall no evil befall thee.
Yeah, there shall no evil befall thee. So the place of refuge is a place that is a protection from the evil. Evil meaning what? Ill times, bad times, man.
And that's like when you go to war, then you have you go back to retreat. You go back,
Right.
you know,
Safe haven.
you go back to the safe spot, you recoup. Go ahead.
The rendezvous, man.
Yeah,
What's the rendezvous,
yeah,
man?
rendezvous,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come back to the rendezvous.
Yeah.
Meet here in 15 minutes. Meet here in a half an hour, man.
Synchronize your clocks.
Everybody in that certain huddle know to come back to that
Yeah,
rendezvous
that's-
spot,
yeah,
man.
Come back to the camp.
Come
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to the camp.
Yeah,
See?
That's it.
See?
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it though. That was looking for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
yeah,
everything is centered around war with Yahweh Shem outside.
Woo.
That's why I tell you that Exodus the 15th chapter, the Lord is a man of war. Even this arena where we going back and forth with these so-called Christians, these naysayers, this is war, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Spiritual war.
Spiritual war.
I got a precept. This is Sirach. Okay, Slack.
Finish out. You good.
Yeah, if I may add, even the word camp itself is
Yeah.
using in war.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
That's when you have the men of war come in. They come to the camp and they advise and they congregate, man.
right.
Yep. And that's what you're seeing right now, man. You seeing the camps assembling. The Lord's gathering His army right now, man.
And man, I say, that's your safe haven. You know, that's your place of protection, man. Amongst the body of Yahweh Shai, man. That's the camp, you know.
Hey, if you watch all these different war movies, it's always the same where everybody trying to get back to
The camp.
the spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The camp.
You're carrying, you know what I mean? You're carrying wounded soldiers, and they all trying to get back, man. You know?
You got it.
Good. Back at Psalms 91, it's at verse 10 again. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
That's right.
All that's protection, man. All that camp, that refuge, Yahweh Shai, the strong tower, is protection from all these things. The evil times, the plagues, famine, all right, et cetera, man. All of that starts at the camp.
That's right. That's right. That's where you have your hedge of protection at, man. All right, because Yahweh Shai is around them camps, man. All right, He got His angels, all right, camping around about us. There you go. Hey, that's the spirit.
Go right to it. Yep.
Go ahead.
It's at verse 11.
There it
For
is.
He shall give His angels charge over thee,
Yeah.
to keep thee in all thy ways.
That's right.
They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone.
You see? Hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Hey, weapons check, man. You know what I'm saying? Weapons check, man. All right, you got who got?
Genesis.
Now, come this book of Genesis 1 and verse 3. It says, "And the Most High said, there shall be light,
See,
and there was light.
that was light. Go forward.
And
Continue.
the Most High saw the light, that it was good, and the Most High divided the light from the darkness."
Divided, man.
Yeah.
Divided. See, it's something subtle that's going back to the book of Genesis, man. Just to let you people know that it's a great divide going on around here, man. All right, it's the ones that's with that truth, and it's the ones without the truth, and you got the people in between, hey, that are just lost, man, in the world, man. All right, so He divided that darkness from the light, man. But when He seen that light in verse 3, when He seen that light in verse 3, He said He seen it was good. Okay? Luke, who got that? Luke 1:78. You get that precept right.
All right, come this the book of St. Matthew 25, verse 32. It says, "And before Him He shall be gathered." So I can read it from the top. It says, "And before Him shall be gathered all nations, and He shall separate them one from another,
See?
as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats."
Ooh, you see
beautiful.
that divide,
Great
man.
division,
All right.
yep.
So divide, you can use that word separate as well, man. But guess what it's doing, man? This is distinguishing two parts of things, man.
That's it.
All right. This case is the righteous, and you got the wicked, man.
Right.
Righteous being on the right hand side, the
Right.
wicked being on the left hand
Right.
side, man.
Beautiful.
It's a
Beautiful.
great divide, man.
Beautiful.
All right. Hey, when Moses stood at the shore, man, of the Red Sea, it was a divide, man. All right. So what? The Israelites can pass through, man. All right.
Yeah, that's bad because you know what we brought out in Matthew the 10th chapter. I come to send the sword.
Sword,
The scripture
yeah.
tell you that the sword is His word. So
That's
His
right.
word is set up to divide and separate. When you go into the agenda of these damn Edomites and really all this conglomerates of nations, you go to Psalms 83. There's a conglomerate of nations that come together to in attempts to cut us off from being a people, right? What's their main objective? To bring everybody together under this new world vibration, man.
Okay.
Going to, I think, is that Genesis the 11th chapter, the Tower of Babel?
Yeah,
Lord
yeah,
never
yeah,
was with
yeah.
that, man.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So the Lord, hey, when you get ready to clean something, right? The first move is to separate. You're going to wash your clothes, you separate. You clean out your garage, you clean out your glove compartment. You separate the things that's valuable to you versus the things that you're going to throw away. So the first step when you're making a change is separation. And it's almost like, look, it's either you with me or against me because it's on. I'm about to go to war. I declare war. Either you with me or you not.
Well, that's where the first accounts is in Genesis 1 and 4. Way back in the first book, Genesis 1 and 4, he separated the darkness from the light.
Yeah, and that's symbolic
Right.
to wisdom and full ignorance.
You see?
What fellowship?
With the light.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah,
be
yeah.
John
I got
1,
something to
1.
go.
I got a question right quick. This is Sirach chapter 33 and verse 14. Good is set against evil,
That's it.
and life against death.
That's it.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
That's right.
Hey, some scriptures don't need breakdown, man.
Yeah,
All right?
right.
Some scriptures don't
Do
need,
that.
they playing up on tables, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's plain, man. And if people can't understand it, Isaiah 11:4. If you can't understand it, man, hey, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. All right? You're gonna be found naked. It's weapons check, man. It's going back to weapons check, man.
I gotta listen more.
Go ahead.
Good. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
Separation, man.
All
It's
the
a,
works.
it's a division, man. All right, one against another, man. You see?
Yeah, kind of. This Ecclesiastes Sirach 13 and 15. Every beast loveth his like,
Yeah.
and every man loveth his neighbor.
Yeah.
All flesh consorted all flesh consorted according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
That's
Beautiful.
right, man.
Vision.
You gonna division, man. Hey, man, you can't do nothing but smile at that, man, because the scriptures are beautiful to the man that has ears to hear and eyes to see, man. All right? So it's a simple division, man. It's a division amongst the righteous. It's a division amongst the wicked. All right? And if you ain't, you ain't understanding that, you ain't dealing with that, Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with you, man.
Right.
All right? This
Right.
ain't no love type thing. This is a
Right.
war, man.
Right.
All right? Our war is pulling down strongholds, man. All right? Go ahead, finish it off. Yeah.
It says, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly.
Hey, man, what the wolf do, man? Hey, y'all people, because y'all love a concrete jungle out here. But when you on a pasture out there, out of nowhere, rural America, all right, you worry about wolves coming in, eating your chickens, coming in, eating your damn lamb out
Right,
there, man.
right.
So what fellowship, a wolf ain't finna deal with no lamb on no friendly level, man.
That's right.
All right? You ain't finna deal, hey, a bear ain't finna deal with no salmon on a friendly level, man. All right? Hey, he finna rip to pieces, man. He's trying to eat. That wolf is trying to eat, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, what agreement is there between the hyena and the dog, and what peace between the rich and the poor?
Beautiful.
Hey, man. Ain't no dealings with the rich and the poor, man. The rich want to stay where the rich gonna be, and the poor gonna stay where the poor
Hey, can I
gonna
say
be,
something
man.
too real quick? In that case right there, you know who the rich is? We the rich.
Right.
Yeah.
In that particular precept, we the rich.
That's right.
Because on the physical level, the rich have no dealing with the poor, right? And on the spiritual level, you should have no dealing with the poor, man. That's why
right.
Yahweh Shai said, you are beneath me. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, on the spiritual level, we are far off, man. You know, we are well off, should I
Right.
say.
Well, and just to back what the ox said, we are not of this world, man.
That's it.
All right?
That's it.
We're far off, man.
That makes
all right?
us rich.
That's, hey, man, having this
Right.
true, having this sword, this golden sword,
Right.
that's what make us rich, man.
Right.
All right? And people might look crazy. What you talking about a golden sword, man? All right, man, we wounding folks out here, man, to the bone and the marrow,
Oh,
man.
yeah, you know what, too?
Deep.
You can hurt somebody physically, but they'll heal from that.
Right.
This word,
Yeah.
you'll never heal from this, man.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
cut by
Oh,
this
man.
word, that's why Vocam alone ain't getting no sleep, man. That's why Vocam alone cannot leave us alone, man.
Yeah, 'cause he submitted to saying the elect is the only, people that
Gonna be delivered,
that's
yeah.
gonna be delivered,
See
man.
that?
He submitted after all these years.
He might have had a dream, you know what I'm saying? And then it's a lot of guys out there, even a lot of women and men, both alike, they'll get cut, right? Oh, shit, you see that?
See,
Good.
you get cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that?
Y'all
That's
try to
what-
make his point known, man. Go ahead,
you have a lot of those amongst them out there who hear this word and they get cut. They'll go as far as striking your channel, reporting your channel.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
to
yeah.
get your channel terminated, man.
Yeah,
That's
they-
a form of somebody being hurt, man.
God, they hurt, man. They hurt. They writing up laws on YouTube to say, hey, man, if you ain't what's the word I'm looking for? If you ain't catering to the kids or to a commercialized, commercial viable, man, you deemed to get cut off, man. So we already expect the unexpected, man. All right, we knew of this, man.
And do you know what too, man? Like everybody hurt by this word, man. No, but it tell you that in Jeremiah the 1st chapter. Somebody can hold that too. I know you got some too. But when it's talking about how the Lord said He set up us against everybody. Matter of fact, somebody hold that. Jeremiah 1, it's like 16 and 17. See, this word ain't just, even though the Lord sent us out to Israel, but guess what? This word is like the wind. That's why the scripture said, prophesy to the wind affects everybody, man.
That's beautiful.
If you out here, the wind don't skip you and touch me. Everybody feel it, man.
The wind goes everywhere.
Yeah, it's called collateral damage, man. Like if we go to war and I bomb your ass and your babies get killed, that is all fair and war, man. You know,
Part of war.
it's a part of war. Get that real quick. You got it, Jeremiah. You got to get it real quick, then.
This is the book of Jeremiah 1 verse 17. It says, therefore gird up thy loins
Gird up thy loins. That means get ready for war. You know. Go ahead.
and arise and speak unto them all that I have commanded thee.
Read.
Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them.
Uh-huh.
For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, in iron pillar, and brazen wall against the whole land.
Oh, hold up. It said against the whole land. See? So we against everybody. If you ain't a part, if you don't subscribe to what we teaching, we're against you, man. The spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai is against you. Okay, go ahead.
It says against the kings.
Oh, hold up. Who got delivered? I got to go back to Noah. Who all got delivered in the time of Noah? Only those who was helped building the ark. The spectators didn't get delivered, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we against everybody. Go ahead.
It says against the kings of Judah,
Oh, against the kings of Judah, storm with them, because the Lord said, go out and to our people first. Go ahead.
That's right.
against princes and the princes thereof, against the priests thereof,
See?
and against the people of the land.
Yeah, your pastor, your preacher, we're against everybody.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and they shall fight against thee.
And that's what they doing. That's why you see YouTube. You know what I mean? Everybody fighting against us. You know what I mean? Hey, that's the war, man.
Yeah.
This is a war out here, man.
Oh, okay. I'm on. Get what you
It's a war going on outside, man.
I'm on. Get what you got.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
This second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
Yeah, it's the conditions of the battle. Yep. So real quick, hold up. You got more on that? We're gonna finish this off and get back.
I can't
There's more on this? That was it? Go ahead.
Going back to this Jeremiah 1 and 19, it says, and they shall fight against thee.
They shall fight against thee. That's the narrative, man. This is a war, man. See? Gird your loins, man. Go ahead.
It says, but they shall not prevail against
They
thee.
shall not prevail against thee, man. That's what you can say. That's why the scriptures talk about how not even the gates of hell can prevail. You got that? Yeah, bring out that spirit.
This Matthew chapter 16 and 18.
What's the gates of hell?
And
That's
I-
dealing- you know what? The scripture tells you that they might go to the gates of the nobles. Hell is America, man. All right, this pit. Yeah, enlarge his body as hell. The gates of hell won't prevail against this movement. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 16 and 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock would I build my church,
The house of David. Go ahead.
and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
See that? So this war, that's why Peter is who? King David. And back in the ancient world, the mighty men of David was physically taking down people. And when they was doing it, why? To create a soft landing for Solomon.
Yep.
Remember, they King David killed everybody around so that Solomon's reign can be peaceful. Now this time, the house of David is setting it up again for Solomon to come back and everything be peaceful. Man.
That's right.
And it say, remember back in the ancient world, right? We used to kill people physically, but now what the scripture said, we are raised up a spiritual house. So this time, although we want to cut your head off, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, we got to have patience, man.
That's right.
All right? Yeah, so go ahead.
Going back to this Jeremiah 1 and 19, it says, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee.
See that?
For I am with thee, saith the Lord to deliver thee.
See that? See that? Yeah, you
I
got
got
something?
another one. It's on Acts 5 and 39. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. Least happily ye be found even to fight against the
Now, hold
Most
up.
High.
Read that again.
Yeah, this Acts 5 and 39. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it.
Right. When you that's war talk too. Jump up.
It's Acts 5 and verse 38. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men.
Yeah, that's a warning. You know what's good for you. Refrain from these men. Go ahead. Hold up real quick. Hold that and give it to you guys.
Yeah, go right into it. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
Hold up.
Man.
Right.
You seeing now that the scriptures promote division. You see what I'm saying? But what Jake pushed? Jake pushed everybody coming together. If it's something even as subtle as a damn barbecue, man. Oh, that's why when you go into the Million Man March, Jake thought they accomplished something. A million niggas walking around with pamphlets and, you know what I mean, bow ties, and they thought somehow they made a move on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, Jake finished, man, and it was all centered around the idea of coming together. That's why when all else failed, what's the rebuttal from these Jakes when they can't overthrow us? Well, we should all come together, you know what I mean? That rightly king BS, man.
That love talk.
Can't we all just get along? Yep, go ahead, Op.
Yep. It says, and what communion have light with darkness?
Yeah, see, we at the time now, we just sending you out of here. Like, if you ain't in the right spirit, you come up. You know, these people fare better when they just walk by and just, you know, just go on, you know. But when you try to come up there and you try to debunk us, man, now you playing with fire. That's why the scripture said, now refrain from these men. Because, hey, let's just say we walk up in a supermarket or whatever, you just ran across the most dangerous man on the planet Earth. Like, the men up here teaching this word, you don't know who you're encountering, man. You are coming across men that could alter your future, because it tells you.
Lesser of cursing.
Yeah, we could curse you to death, man. That's why the scripture said, if you offend one of these little ones, it's better that a millstone.
Elijah, being cut in the 50.
Yeah. They just asked him a question. Are you? I forgot what they told him. They said, Are you the man of the Lord? Something, yeah. And he said, I swear to you, man, may fire come down and kill you niggas.
Because you know, when you read the Bible, you read it in your own circumspect. But when you read that scripture, you'll understand that they was coming to him kind of wrong, man. You don't just ask no great man, are you a man of the, you know what I'm saying? So he took it a certain way. That's why he cursed him, man. Hey, that's why we discern, we're judges up here, man. Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the spirit, man.
Yep.
Okay? Because you understand when a certain language come up or a certain tone in a man's voice, all right, they come to you a certain way. Hey, man, why you think Elijah did what he did, man? Because
Called down fire.
Yeah, he called down fire, man. Because they came to her, you a man of, you know how you look, you know how them women that shake their head.
Matter of fact, somebody told that on that too, because that was war. Matter of fact, go back to what you did in X5. That was war.
Conditions of the
That
battle.
was war, man. He wasn't set up to be diplomatic, man.
That's it.
The prophets weren't set up to be diplomatic. They were set up to be. That's why when you read Revelation, what's that? Revelation 11, where it said these two prophets tormented them. Yep. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now going back to Acts 5 verse 38, it says, now I say unto you, refrain from these men,
Yep.
and
Go
let
ahead.
them alone.
You better leave these men alone. All right. Go ahead.
It says, for if this counsel, it says, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Yeah. If there was a man, it would come to naught. All right. Go ahead. All right.
It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it.
And that's war talk. You know, like we go into ancient wars, there's like they overthrow the city. Oh, we the city, man. This city can't be overthrown. All right? Go ahead, continue.
It says, least happily.
Oh, when you go into the word happily, it means unknowingly. Least unknowingly, go ahead.
Ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
And that's what it is. These people don't even know. They unknowingly know that they're coming up against the Most High when they come up against us. They feel as if they're just coming up against regular men, you know? But in all actuality, you're coming up against the Most High. Why? Because this is the Most High program. All right? Yep, go ahead.
This is Matthew 10 and 22.
And it's just like if you kill a cop, you actually going up against the bankers. Because that's their private owned security, man. The cops. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
Con, this is Matthew 10 and 22. and ye should be hated of all men
Yeah.
for my name's sake.
Yep, because this name, and what it mean by that, my name's sake is the banner that we come under. You know, this is that's like you see like them terrorist groups. They might commit an act. And they say, this is in the name of, you know what I mean? Jihad. It ain't really just that name. It's the banner they coming under. You know. Go ahead,
God, but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved.
Yep, he that endure to the end shall be saved. Somebody give me what's that first? Give me soldier. Yeah, give me that.
I give you a quick precept, another
Yeah,
quick precept.
uh-huh.
This is Matthew 12 and 30.
Endure hardness.
Timothy.
Timothy.
For he that is not with me is against me.
Right, them fighting words, man. He that is not with me is against me, man. That's pretty much drawing the line in the sand. Yep.
That's separation.
Yeah, that's separation.
That's a dividing of that, man. That's a division. All right, drawing that line in the sand, man. All right, if he that's not against me, yeah, so say that.
God, he that is not with me is against me,
Hey, man.
and he that gathereth not with one is scattered abroad.
See, you got to keep the prophecies of this book, man. You got to keep the sayings, man. You see, I'm so lucky you heard.
Yeah, so if you ain't up here doing this work, if you ain't up here gathering the Lord's elect, then you actually scattering them. Because what you teaching is not bringing them back in. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar and them that worship therein. But the
Hey,
court,
when you go into that reed really is these scriptures, man. Because yeah, that's the measuring stick. That's why scripture measure the time diligence, because everything is measured by this book. So this that reed that separates everybody. This that sword. You see? Oh, and what happens with a tape measure and a reed? What's the next step? When you measure, the next step you pull out them scissors or you pull out that razor, man. And in this case, you pull out that sword, man. And you separate the undesirables from the believers of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and certain brothers that's in construction, y'all know about that chalk line.
Right.
Pop that chalk line. You hit that man, you pop that
Hey, now
chalk
they
line.
got the laser. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It just stepped up now.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
it's high
spiritual,
tech.
man.
Yeah.
Coming with lasers, man.
Yeah, and what happened? You cut off the undesirable. Get that in Zechariah 13. Yeah, go ahead.
it's verse 2. It says, but the court which is without the temple, leave out.
And what's the temple? The house of David. See, the scriptures were set up to throw you off. Because you got the temple, you got the barn, and so you got the house, you got the tabernacle. Oh, you got the cave. You see what I'm saying? But it's all the same thing. That's like I tell out back in the day, the story don't change.
Don't change, that's right.
The narrative is still there, man. That's why when you read, I'm gonna tell the best example of that, Yahweh Shah. Remember he used to teach, he'll go back to back with all the parables. There was a certain man, then there was a certain woman, there was a certain, but it was all starting off with the one phrase, the kingdom of heaven is like, the kingdom of heaven is like, the kingdom, see? But it was different, you know what I mean? And it was all in attempts to throw you off, man. It's like following a rabbit hole, all right? Hey, then a lot of action, does it affect, when you sitting over there, getting frustrated, the Lord asks you, this offend you? You know, the Lord call you out, hey, this offend you, bruh? You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. In the holy city shall they tread underfoot 40 and 2 months.
Yeah, continue out.
Verse 3, it says, and I will give power unto my 2 witnesses.
See, I'll give power unto my 2 witnesses, man. Go ahead.
And they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
Right, and you witnessing that now, man. That's right. Because when it goes to that sackcloth, it goes into mourning, man. Go ahead, up. Yeah, sackcloth, yep. Because it tells you it's better to go into the house of mourning, man. When you come into this truth, man, by default, you develop a heavy spirit, man. That's why in the oil press with your house shot, spirit got heavy on them, man. Yep, go ahead, up.
Yep. It says, these are 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks.
Woo!
Them
the camps. Them the camps, man. 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks. Go ahead. Yep. Hey, somebody real quick, give me Isaiah, I think that's Isaiah 43 It started at like 15, I believe. Because one thing about, I believe, is that, y'all think that's the olive tree? Yeah, it got the deepest roots.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the tree. Yeah, it got the deepest roots.
Smallest seed.
Yep, that is bad,
One
man.
of the smallest seed. One of.
It can't be moved, man. It can't be moved. The roots so deep.
Mustard seed. Mustard seed.
I think in 14 and 15 go to talk about the trees or something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them.
Oh, what is Ezekiel?
Yeah, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me. Nothing. Why? And the breath came into them, and they lived, and they stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's that battle.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? That's what we read at now. Go ahead.
Hey, they stood on their feet, an exceedingly great army. All right, like the ox said, that's that battle that we fight, man.
We that army.
We that
Matter of
army.
fact, that's where we at in Revelation 7 chapter. Continue.
It says, these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most
Now
High.
that candlestick is all these different various camps you see throughout the landscape of America, Babylon the Great, near and far. It's actually candlesticks. Why?
Right.
Because this is where the light is held.
Right.
This is where the light is held. These are candlesticks, man.
Right.
See? Go ahead.
Yep. It says, standing before the power of the earth.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead,
And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth.
That's war, man. That's war. Isaiah, Revelation now. Yep, continue. Hold that and go what you got real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah 41 and 19. It says, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, the shittah tree, and the myrrh, and the myrtle, and the oil tree.
And the oil tree, go ahead.
I will set in the desert the fir tree,
The fir tree, go ahead.
and the pine, and the box tree
And the
together.
pine tree and the box tree together. What that's talking about? That's talking about all the different branches.
God.
It ain't just one, flavor here. You got different outlets. You got different camps. You got different, you know what I mean?
Speckled bird.
Yeah, speckled bird.
Hey, Salaki, different manners of fruit, man.
Yeah, different branches.
New and old. Old and new. That's a well solid.
Yeah, that's bad, yeah. Yep. So now that's it. Now go back to what you said, because we just read it, said the olive tree and the candlesticks. All right, go ahead.
It says, standing before the power of the earth.
Oh, and then go to Psalms 1, where it says should be planted by.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Somebody
Planted by the trees.
And that's symbolic to not being movable, man. Not being phased. A tree ain't phased, moved. You know what I mean? If it's planted, if it's deep rooted, man. But now a tree that's not planted and rooted is going to be ultimately uprooted and overthrown. Oh, that's why Yahweh said every plant that is not planted by my Father shall be plucked up. Yep, go ahead. Somebody got that?
This is Psalms 1 and 3. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. They bring forth his fruit in his season.
Right, and that season. Yep. Which is the season of what? War. Hold that in Ecclesiastes 3.
Yeah.
Yep, so go, you can go back to Revelation 11.
It says, these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the power of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies.
Yep, see that? That's war, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
What verse is that?
Offend my little one.
I'm at verse 6 now.
Yeah, continue.
It says, these have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood.
Yeah, because we can actually shut the heavens. Like, even when you go into the internet, we can shut it down. We can stop the word from coming out. Which that's gonna happen. Yeah, we got the keys. Oh, that's bad. We got the keys, man. And that's just like, if I got the product, you at my mercy, man. I can tell you now I ain't selling you nothing today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got that power, man.
Right.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. It says, these have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will.
Yep, because when you go into the history, all the prophets had that power. Like, was who that was who said it was a drought? It was Elijah. Yep, now we talking about
That's
that.
the spirit. That's the spirit.
Moses turned the water into blood. See, that's the legacy of the prophets, man. Go ahead. Oh, but now it's almost like an undercover cop.
Yeah,
You know, like if you was at the red light and you seen a cop car, you ain't gonna run the light. But if that same cop undercover, you'll run it. If you know, if that was the scenario. We undercover now. We the same prophets of old, but now you don't know that we the prophets.
God.
So now you people talking shit to us and mocking and scoff. That's why the scripture said, just know this.
Yeah.
In the last days, there shall come scoffers, man.
That's right. Yeah, if I may add, that's in Isaiah 29, where it says he'll put the spirit of sleep on the people.
Slumber, sleep, yeah, beautiful.
Where they can't see
decipher what's
they
going
can't
on.
see the rulers and the seers because they've been covered.
Beautiful.
Can I say something too? Dr. Shah, like Samuel, he came to the city. They knew what Samuel was about, man. Yeah, I mean, that's why the scripture said, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, now the Lord is showing us what these niggas really are, man.
That's
right. Because they don't know.
They don't know.
Private.
That's why the scripture say they worship me with their mouth, with their heart is far from me.
Yeah.
When they knew that was Samuel, they said that the elders of the time trembled at his coming. Not Samuel here today, and you talking shit to Samuel.
Yep.
Because Samuel here in the reincarnation is a good chance if he ain't in the spirit world.
You bucking up against
Yeah, you bucking up against him.
coming against. That's a separation now.
Yeah.
And that's a form of war, man.
Yeah.
That's a form of war, man. When you come up against this truth to the tabernacle, man, that's a form of war.
Well, you
ain't
just
with it,
declare war
You
against
just-
Yahweh Shemashah. You know what scripture prove that? Isaiah the 30th chapter. It said, for they are rebellious people. You go that word rebellious, it goes back to war.
That's right.
Yep, go ahead, give
It's
go ahead.
Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that
See
is
that?
fallen.
Yep, see that? Yep, that's the house of David.
And close up the breaches thereof,
Uh-huh.
and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah, and you know what prove that we're in a time of war? Because when you go to like war strategies, right? We can Google it. Matter of fact, somebody Google like top 10 war strategies, something like that. We ain't even got to be precise. It should something should come up and show you what's one of the war strategies of a great general.
Let me land back on
Go
what
ahead.
you just said. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first selection of a general, what he do when he come to his army? He asked for a weapons check, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Weapons check, man. All right.
Yeah, true.
You're not. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
So like, you're not going to be able to withstand. All right, the stronghold of an enemy without your weapons check, man. Yeah, kind. You know. So if you missing a clip, all right, you missing a few bullets. It's like one major scripture in the Bible. You can't leave out that scripture or the scroll, man. You can't leave out one scripture or the scroll. Guess what? You out with one bullet, man. All right, you can't stand the wiles of the devil, man. All right. And that's who we up against, man. We up against our adversaries, man. Even you wicked folks that's joined unto them, man. All right, Isaiah 30, is it 31, 33? Isaiah, hey, you trust in the Pharaoh, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trust in the Pharaoh, man.
Oh, that's it. Go back to that. Yeah. Matter of fact, hold up, real quick.
Go ahead.
He Googled list of military tactics, right? Now the scriptures tell you that the Lord is a man of war, right? So go back to where you was at, what you was at, offensive or something? Whatever you were just at, okay, show the list.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, this is it right here. Go ahead. You got something too?
Oh, yeah,
All right, go ahead. We gonna read what he got first, then we go.
This I just typed in war tactics. This is the offensive tactics of war. It said change, highland, change, charge, ambush,
Right,
skirmish.
ambush. Hey, it say ambush.
Thief in the night.
The thief in the night.
That's it.
Matter of fact, you know what's a form of ambush? Get Ezekiel 7, where it said the end watcheth. The end watcheth for thee. That's an ambush.
Unawares.
Yeah. Oh, unaware. The Lord says snare. Somebody give me Ecclesiastes 9 and 12 too real quick. We're going to show you that the Lord, that these war tactics is actually these people actually adopted these from the true warrior, man, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
Right.
Because these tactics, you know, that these devils use, and even in this modern time, they go back to the ancient world for a lot of these.
Oh yeah, you can.
You know, approaches to war.
Approaches to war. Yeah, can.
Yep. Yo, go ahead. Whoever got that, what you got?
Yeah, kind of Ezekiel
7 where it said the end watching for thee. And give me Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. Go ahead.
Yeah, kind of Ezekiel 7 verse 6. It says, the end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee.
It
Behold,
watching for thee. See? Go ahead.
behold, it is come.
Right. That means like the end is standing behind a tree waiting for you to get there, man, so it can snare you up. That's an ambush. See? Now give me what you got.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time.
Yeah, it said man also knoweth not his time. See that? Go ahead.
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it follows suddenly upon them.
Woo! When it follows suddenly, which is what? An ambush. So we go back to these war tactics and say an ambush, right? You got one? Go ahead.
It's Psalm chapter 35, verse 8. It says, let destruction come upon him at unawares. I'll read it again. Psalm chapter 35, verse 8. Let destruction come upon him at unawares.
That's an ambush. That's an ambush. See, those are war tactics. See, right now, that's what you're witnessing, man. You know? Go ahead. Is more on that?
Yep. It says, and let his net that he had hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall.
Woo! And that's an ambush. The Lord has set pitfalls and snares and traps out for you, man. Okay? That's why the scriptures say what was supposed to be their welfare should be snare. All right, now let's go back on this list. Yeah, go ahead.
St. Matthew's 13 and 47, again, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. It's the point, verse 48, which when it was full, they drew it to the shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Yep, that's separation, division.
Yeah, division. That's separation, man.
Yeah, so let's go back right here. We ambush, you guys, is that? No, you did. All right, now let's go back down. All right, so we said ambush, all right? Scripture just showed you that the Lord have ambushed you people. Go ahead.
Back in war offensive tactics.
Offensive. Oh, that means the Lord on the offensive. The Lord ain't on the defensive. The Lord is attacking, man. Go ahead.
The next,
this means the Lord is the aggressor.
Right.
Go ahead.
The next tactic is trench raid.
Trench raiding, which this is a trench.
Yeah.
This is a pit. We have raided this trench. We have raided the pit of America.
That's right.
What you're witnessing right now is the warriors of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. We right here on the front lines, man. And we dare, you know what I mean? We dare you to come up against us, man. And I'm not talking about just the average. I'm talking about you big boys out there, man. Talking about you elites, man. We waiting on you. It's your move, bro.
Right.
What you waiting on, man?
It's the chest. It's the chest, man.
See, that's it. See, that chest. You know, you make that move, you sit back.
Yeah.
You make that bad move, then you sit back, man.
Wait for that checkmate.
No wait, man.
No move but the checkmate.
Your move, man. Your move, man.
Rubbing their chin out there.
Yeah, we rubbing our chin. We contemplate how we going. You know what I mean? And Esau just about ready to just flip over the table. Flip over the chessboard, man. Because you've been boxed off. You've been cornered off, man.
If he haven't already flipped over the table.
Yeah,
all
but
right?
that's what he's trying to do in the form of cutting off the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
He just wants the word to go away somewhere.
Right.
No, man.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
we don't
just forget about it.
Like we don't know that Google is tied to YouTube. Or YouTube tied to Twitter, all these little networks out here, Instagram. Yeah, we know y'all all tied together, man. All right. Hey, what is this? Devices? They're
We're not
ignorant to Satan devices.
That's war strategy.
That's
That's
it,
it.
man.
That's war strategy.
Because if you ignorant to your adversary devices, that's how they gonna get you.
That's
man.
how they gonna get you.
If you're not knowing The word ignorant means what? Not knowing.
Not knowing.
All right.
What's that precept about that wise man who overthrew the city?
That's it.
Oh.
See, it takes wisdom
Yeah.
to
One
systematically
wise man, yeah.
destroy you. Yeah, go ahead.
If I may add to, that's why in wartime you have scouts.
Yep, I was thinking about that.
I get that in the scriptures when
Caleb.
Go ahead,
And we can just really quote that, you know, we can quote that, you know. When you go into the time where the Lord was going to overthrow the Canaanites, he sent scouts. And that's the spirit, though. That's bad because who was that? Caleb. Which Caleb is symbolic to the prophets, man.
Caleb, I'm gonna pull.
The word Caleb is what? Dog.
Pull something out.
Go ahead, I'll make your point.
Oh yeah, that was the point. Yeah, basically that the Lord is sending out, he's sending out the scouts, and that's how you gather intel. You know, that's how you go out, you gather intel, you bring it back, and you know what to do. That's a part, and that's a part of watching. When you scout, you gotta have a keen eyesight, man. That's why you know certain men send out as scouts and observe what's going on, man. And then afterwards you go back and plan, man. And what we talked about earlier at the camp.
Yeah, at the camp, yeah. We come together and we put everything in motion right here at the camp. Then we go back into the world and we come back here. You know? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Yep, come on. All right, that was it. Yeah, that was it on that?
I had something else.
Yeah, go ahead. Then we go back to these strategies.
First Peter chapter 2, verse 7 is going to the point that brought out in the information that he got. This is at verse 7. It says, "Unto you, therefore, which believe, he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. Even to them which stumble at the word." And I got the word offense.
Yeah, get that.
Offense. That word offense in the Greek is scandalon. It means, it says figuratively applied to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, whose person.
Read from the top one more time.
First. Yeah. Slack it.
The definition.
Definition? Oh, okay. Yeah. Come on. This word offense, scandalon, right? Let me go back to what's like it. Awesome. Right, so the Greek is scandalon, which means, it's like, I gotta go back to it. It means the movable stick or trigger of a trap stick. It says, figuratively applied to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, whose person and career was so contrary to the expectation of the Jews concerning the anointed that they rejected him and by their obstinacy made shipwreck of their salvation.
Shipwreck. And that's bad because you know, if you come up against your king, no, that's a capital offense. Hands roll right there. You know? Yep, go ahead, get what you got.
It's the book of Psalms 69 verse 22. Let their table become a snapper for them, and that which shall have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Go ahead.
Read it again from the top up.
The Psalm 69 22. Let their table become a snapper
It
for
said,
them.
let their table. Who is the there? You 2/3 of the nation of Israel. What's that table? These scriptures, man. And what is that snare? Yahweh Shai, that trap, that jinn. All
What
right?
scripture? What scripture? Get that scripture.
Come on, get that. Yep. You got it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 8 and 14. And he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense.
Yeah, for a stone of stumbling, for a rock of offense.
Ambush.
An ambush.
You walking down the street and that lay a stone out there, I just ambush you. Hey, that's the war. Hey, that's the war tactic. That's the Hey, through the spirit, we might have to continue this. That's a bad topic, man.
That's heavy, right?
Because the Lord has systematically put you people in a quagmire.
He set them up for the family.
He said,
Every day at 12 o'clock is lunchtime.
Right.
That's ambush, man. Ambush. Hey, that's like you set a trap. Hey, what happened when you set a trap? You lay food out there.
Like a mouse trap.
Bear trap. You lay food out there. And you feel like, oh, I can always come to this spot and eat, man. At this time, and I can unwind. But guess what? One day, that snare gonna clap. Oh, matter of fact, go there. Continue on that. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, for it says to both the it's like it says.
Oh, no. Hey, go ahead.
Isaiah
You know how it is, man. Lord will do you.
Yeah, God. This is Isaiah chapter 8.
Go ahead, up.
Isaiah 8 and 14, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Yeah, so that snare and that gin is an ambush.
Right.
Okay? I'm tripping like, why them lights went there till you got right here?
Yeah.
You recognize it.
Even their form. Even
Come
the
on,
form.
man. Yeah,
Look
come
at
on,
that.
man. Get out of there, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to this. Going back to Psalms 69 and 22, let their table become a snare before them, and that which shall have been for their welfare.
Right. The place, your table is a place that you sit down and get your nourishment, to get your food, man, which is these scriptures, man. You open up the scriptures, it's just like you sitting down at the table eating,
And
man.
also a table is symbolic to a bank.
To a bank. Right, right.
So it's money too.
We said welfare.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, and that which shall have been for their welfare.
That should have been for their welfare, meaning been for your benefit. All right. If you know in this government, they have a such thing as what? Being on welfare. All right. Which when the government gives you welfare, that gives you a benefit, that gives you nurturement. All right. And this is our nurturement. This is our benefit. This is our welfare. The scriptures. All right. So what should have been for their welfare, which is the 2/3 of Israel, go ahead.
Let it become a trap.
Let it become a trap, man.
Ambush.
An ambush, man. You get caught in an ambush, you get caught in a trap. What's gonna eventually happen, man? You're gonna die.
That's right.
You're gonna die. You got it up.
Like a mouse trap. A mouse trap that set up.
He's wiggle. Yep, you got it up.
But like, even before he even get on them, man, he really kill himself.
That's
Cause
true.
he put his weight on that cheese,
That's
man.
true,
If you put that weight on that cheese on that food,
Man.
that's how you snap his neck, man.
That's bad.
Cause he depending on it, man.
He put his stock into
He put
it.
his stock into it. You know,
Everything he got into that shit.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Life on the line.
He was enticed. Yeah, he was enticed. That's still don't. That's still off, man.
That don't look right at all.
No, that doesn't look right. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, that's being enticed.
Yeah, they're being enticed.
Yeah, because hey, I think in the scripture when it speaks about the harlot, I think Proverbs 7, where it says saw amongst the simple ones and it brought back.
Woo! Yeah.
That's a miracle. That's
He was, yeah. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. Matter of fact, somebody hold it. Because they go into the dark, right after that, they go into a dark, pierce them. See, that's the dynamic of a trap. It starts off with the allureness of the cheese, and all of a sudden the rat is smashed.
That's the dark side of the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So let's go back to. Hey, come on. Let's go back to these war strategies. While we getting that, you got that proverb. Hold that. Let's get again. What it say again?
The same one.
Trench raid.
Trench raiding.
Right.
The next war tactic is planned day attack.
Planned attack. All right. Now this was planned. This was preordained. This attack was preordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay. You know what, we can prove that. What's that? Is that Daniel the 2nd chapter? I believe it started like the 40th verse. Where it said, and in those days of the king. This was a planned attack right here, man. Right? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua always knew what he had in store for Babylon the Great. You know? Go ahead.
He the ultimate movie director.
Mm-hmm.
He already had these scripts laid out.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you go ahead.
Okay, quick research. It's Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 12. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants.
It says devised, you know? It says devised. When you devise something, that means you plan and plan. Matter of fact, somebody give me Jeremiah 30 and 24. Yeah, go ahead. Jeremiah 30 and 24.
This book of Jeremiah 30.
Now, before you read it again, get that again. This is one of the lists of strategies, you know, of war. What it say?
Planned an attack.
Planned attack. Plan the attack. That's what it says?
Planned an attack.
Yep. Planned attack, right? So now, give me Jeremiah 30:24.
Yeah, in this book of Jeremiah 30, verse 24, it says, the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return.
Go ahead.
Until he have done it.
Until he have done it. Go ahead.
And have performed the intents of his heart.
See, until he have done the intents of his heart. Which that's a planned attack right there, man. The Lord planned that.
It's a direction.
Yeah.
Director.
Yeah, the Lord planned, he orchestrated. Orchestrated your fate, man. You know what I mean? He planned this attack that you see. This attack, this overwhelming presence of this truth that's been confounding you people, man. It's been making everybody uncomfortable out here. This word going forth. Guess what? Hold up. Somebody give me Jeremiah 23 and 29 real quick. Whoever, yeah. Somebody give me that. Jeremiah 23 and 29.
Just land back what you said. If you ain't got the script, man, you're gonna be snared. You see? Just like the was saying, man. All right? He planned everything, man. We got the script. We got the weapons check up here, man. You see?
Yep. Jeremiah 23 and 29, you got?
It's on Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 29. It's not my word like as fire.
See, it's not my word like as fire. Go ahead.
Except the Lord, Yahweh Shai.
Go ahead.
Like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces.
Like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. That rock is America. And the philosophies of America. This has been a rock. This word is like a hammer that's breaking this in pieces. Oh, and when you break something in pieces, what you do? You separate it. A hammer separates as opposed to bringing something together. See what I'm saying? So, yep, let's go back.
You breaking the house of Edom.
Yep, you're breaking this house, this stronghold. And it's done by the word. So this was the intents and purposes of the Lord. Go back, Jeremiah 30.
Jeremiah 30.
30 and 24.
Right,
the intents and purposes of the Lord was to overthrow America, man. And he was going to do it by way of his word. That's why Jeremiah, that's why we just read right here in Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter, that what? The Lord's word is like fire and like a hammer.
Yep.
So the Lord pre-planned this attack. You know, that's why this overflowing word, overwhelming presence of the word is out here. It was preordained. This was that sneak attack. 2 Thessalonians. He says, consume them with the spirit of his mouth. All right? You know how like you might have one of these nations to say, I'm a shoot this certain missile on you or blah, blah, blah. The Lord said, well, you know what? I'm gonna overthrow you by this word. It was planned. This was the planned attack. So go ahead,
Jeremiah 30, verse 24, it says, the fears of the Lord shall not return
go ahead.
until ye have done it, and until ye have performed the intents of his hearts. In the latter days ye shall consider it.
It said, to the Lord it did the intents of his heart. Now, when you go into the word consider, it said the latter days you should consider it. You look up that word. Guess what that word means? Teach it. When you look up that word consider in that precept, it actually means to teach it. It says, so in the latter days, you're going to teach this idea, man. That's bad. You know what I mean? So now let's go back. You got some up?
Yeah, I got some.
Go ahead.
It's Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 12. Art thou not from everlasting, O Lord, my power, my Holy One? We shall not die. O Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, thou hast ordained them for judgment. In almighty power, thou hast established them for correction.
Right, so the Lord ordained us and established us for this moment right here. So that goes back to what? A planned attack. Continue.
The next one in war offensive tactics, if I'm saying it right, interdiction.
Your interdiction?
Interdiction.
Hold on, hey, check this out, right? This is another war tactic. Interdiction. Hey, matter of fact, look up that word. Can you copy it? Yeah, we're going to look up this word right quick.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. All right.
So the war strategy, matter of fact, why he getting that, somebody get Exodus 15 and 3, man. Because this is a war, man. And the Lord is the main, the Lord is the general, not General Yohana, man. You know what I mean? Some nigga, man. General Yohana, man. Some fat nigga. You go ahead?
Yeah, because you know, in Revelation said the second war is
All you
gone.
think is kraut. He said, nigga, all you think is kraut and chili dogs.
They call them chili dogs. So you say you
Yeah, styrofoam cups and shit.
That's right. That's right. Because
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the second war is gone. Behold, third war coming quickly. All right, we in the third war. All right, it's a spiritual war. All right, but it's gonna come in a physical form. All right, we laying out that red carpet for you, how shot, man. All right, because this is third war already, man. Whoa, woe to you, man. That ain't God. Go ahead.
Hey, that was the war strategy when the Lord plotted and planned Noah. Time of Noah.
Yeah, God.
That was war, man. That was war. Lord, I'm gonna kill you niggas by way. Oh, and it tells you that. What's that? Ecclesiastes 43. We'll talk about the It's that Ecclesiastes 43 where it talk about the dispensary of the Lord, like his weapons. In the form of the snow and stuff like that.
Ooh, I think it is. Let me see.
Yeah, you try to find that out. Try to find it if you can, you know? Because everything is at the disposal of the Lord. Everything is his weapons. The Lord can use a roach, a cockroach, to crawl up in your damn ear, man.
Yeah. No.
And mess up your world, man. He can use a bird. Everything is, the Lord changed that frequency, tell them birds to attack, and they're gonna attack you, man. So really, this is a battlefield. The planet Earth is nothing more than a domed battlefield, and you stuck on it. And everything is weapons around you. You can die. That's why this is the shadow of death. Danger lurks at every turn.
Second chapter.
Is that it?
Yeah. I'm saying danger face the fall.
Oh yeah, danger face the fall. Oh, that's bad, huh? Everything. Oh, I remember a while back we was posted up here. It was a Hamite or something. And I think you brought it out about how that power pole fell on that dude or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the power line. Yeah, the power line just snapped and it fell on the dude and just burnt him to a potato chip, man. You know what I mean? He was just burnt to a crisp, a crunchy. You know what I mean? He was a crunch. You know what I mean? That was the work of Yahweh Shabbat Shah. He got caught in the snap. He was out here in the battlefield, unbeknown to him. The Lord was about to kill him, man.
They said it's one step between me and them.
Yeah, that's bad. Yep. Danger lurks. That's why when you serious-minded, you pray constantly. Lord, don't kill me, Lord. Have mercy on me, how about you? Please have mercy, don't kill me. Lord can kill you, man, at any time, man. See, that's the sense of urgency you got to develop when you come into this truth. All right, did you have a precept? Did you find that?
No,
okay.
Exodus 15.
Yeah, get that Exodus 15.
Yeah, this is the book of
Then we're going
Exodus.
to go back into this after you get that 15 and 3.
Yeah, because in the book of Exodus 15 and verse 3, it says, the Lord is a man of war.
Yep.
I might add, right? Hey, this is a song that King David and the children of Israel sang, all right, after the glorious deliverance from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah that they received. All right, go ahead.
It says, the Lord is a man of war.
Woo,
The Lord.
Just imagine Moses and the children. The Lord is a man of war. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is his name. Yeah, you got it, though.
Yeah, it says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is his name.
Right. Yep. The Lord is a man of war, man. So all you Christians, you cut with that. Because your the driving force behind Christianity is peace, man. You know, especially you so-called Negroes, you drunk, you got a hangover from civil rights and all that BS. Yeah, that Martin Luther King, all that BS. Yep. So let's go back to these war tactics. So again, the Lord used everything out here at his disposal, man. You could be walking, the Lord to sit up some goddamn mutts. Oh, it was a guy died in South Carolina. I don't know if I told y'all about that. The dude, he took a shortcut home, and he was met by like 50 damn dogs, right? There was mutt. At face value, there was mutt. But after they went into the research, they were all mixed with pit bulls, man. They didn't look like mutts though. That was an ambush. I mean, they looked like mutts. They looked like somebody you like you stomp away, but they had pit bull in them, man. And they, matter of fact, you could look that up. I think it's in South Carolina or something like that. Guy gets mauled to death taking a shortcut home, and he's just like a regular nigga, just a chicken, chicken wing eating nigga, man, out of South Carolina, man. Probably talking shit,
God, I did
To
a
the
vid,
prophet.
I did a video on that, man. Cause you never know, you know what he did in his past life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to these dogs, man? Dogs bother them, man. All right. Hey, my son has thou sinned. My son has thou sinned. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But ask forgiveness for our former life, man. Hey, y'all better feel your how about shit, y'all.
Right.
Hey, think about Job, man.
Yeah.
What Job did for him and his children, man. Job used to send up
Yeah,
prayers,
yeah,
even for the sins that he didn't even know that him and his
secret
children.
sins.
And that's right, secret sins, man.
That's bad. Hey, that's the mentality of a man that have a serious mind toward you. How about some outside, man? You gonna always consider your shortcomings, man, and your past life and all that, man. All right? Because we all went off.
Quick precept is Sirach 1 in verse 14. It says to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. See that? Go ahead.
It says, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Ooh, so it's in our DNA. It was knitted in the womb, man. It's woven in us, man. To fear the Lord, how about myself? Why? We understand the works. Oh, you got to understand a person. Hey, you got. Hey, like just say Saddam Hussein, one of them old killers, right? They had to put their foot down, man, for you to fear them. That's why it's an old saying, I'd rather be feared than loved. So when you put enough niggas to death, then all of a sudden they're like, oh man, you know what? I can't play with this guy, man. That's why you how about some outside like that.
Yeah, but man, hey, you gotta, somebody gotta be made an example.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's how you establish your power, man. Hey, look what he did to Egypt. That was an example of how he get down. You know, and that's the same thing he's gonna do to Babylon, man. He's gonna make an example out of Babylon, and he's gonna show you how he gets down, man.
Hey, you know another thing too, that little girl who the Lord put to death. No, not her. Hey, that's the script. That could have been Cupcake in the scriptures. Remember the one who died? The one who the guy he made the sacrifice for the Moabites. He said,
yeah. Down there walk through the door.
Your daughter walked through the door. Those are stories set up though. We can feel the Lord, man. Oh, another story too. When Yahweh Shai, remember Yahweh Shai said all those who died when the tower fell on their head. Matter of fact, you know what I'm talking about? Try to find that. And Yahweh Shai said, look, they wasn't killed because.
Oh, and these,
Yeah, if you can find that, somebody find that. Well, that's an example of a king establishing his authority, man. That's just like Esau. You people know not to play with Esau, man. You know what I mean? You niggas act like you gangsters and shit, talking about you got the Glock, you know what I mean? 27, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get caught without the Glock. You know how far to go with Esau, man. You don't catch them niggas going up in the White House. White House right there, man. White House right in the hood, man. Nigga talk all this shit about Trump. They ain't gonna take a step, they ain't gonna step down on Trump, man. Why? Because Esau done established his authority through the Spirit of the Lord, man. So that's the same with your how about some outside, you know? Us in the know, we understand through these writings and sayings that the Lord has nothing to play with, man. You know the Lord control your breath, man. Each breath you take. That's how you break it down how bad the Lord is. We ain't got to go to all the nuances. Your next breath was sanctioned by Yahweh Shem outside, man. Lord said, you know what? That nigga, take that last breath from that nigga.
To add on, he actually made somebody an example like that in the main camp in New York. Heavy D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he rejected the word, and the Lord took his breath away
from him.
He literally said that. He said he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
The Lord took his breath away.
The Lord took his breath away. That's sad. Yeah, go ahead.
Even when you think about you breathing, you end up fucking losing your breath, man.
If you think about it too much.
You think about it too much, you end up fucking losing your breath, man.
Hey, swallowing?
Yeah.
You think about swallowing and shit like that.
Man.
You understand how you at the mercy of the Lord at that point, man. People out there.
I got that towel too.
Oh, you had it too?
Yeah, I got it too.
Damn right now. Oh, what you got in different gospel?
No, that was
okay.
what I had, yeah.
All right, this is Luke 13, verse 2.
Now, I'll get in some work.
And Yahweh Shai answering said unto them, suppose ye these Galileans.
Hold up. Read this one more time.
Good.
This is the words of Yahweh Shai right here now, all right? Go ahead.
This is Luke 13 and 2. And Yahweh Shai answering said unto them, suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans, because they suffer such things.
Right, so suppose these Galileans, matter of fact, where you, No, continue.
Okay, good. Verse 3, I tell ye nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
Go ahead.
Or those 18 upon whom the tower of Siloam fell.
Right, so you had 18 people that died when the tower fell on them. All right, go ahead.
And slew them.
And slew them. Go ahead.
Think ye that they were sinners above all men?
So how so you think they was the biggest sinners in Israel?
Yeah.
No, man. Go ahead.
That dwelt in Jerusalem?
Go ahead.
I tell you nay.
Go ahead.
But except ye repent,
Go ahead.
ye shall all likewise perish.
Now, when you really read that, we'll understand. You know what the Lord is saying? They were set up as examples, man.
That's right.
They were set up to die so that you can repent. They were set up as there was nothing more than sheep, man. You know, what you call it, sacrificial lambs, man. The Lord set them up as sacrificial lambs so that you can read that story and repent, man. That's why the Lord said it. He said, you think they died because they was the biggest sinners in Israel? No, man. They died so that you can consider it and repent.
Right.
Meaning what? The Lord lay down his law.
That's right.
He showed you through these scriptures that he ain't nothing to play with, man.
Repent or die.
Go ahead.
Repent or die.
Repent or die. No, Noah, man. Hey, man. Man, Noah wasn't playing, man. Noah was cold. Noah was nasty, man. Noah was telling him, man. Hey, you know Noah was off the drink, man. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just stepping back on how the Lord, he controlled everything. This Daniel 4, verse 35. It is all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven, and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay in his hand or say unto him, what doest thou?
Yeah, read that again.
It's on Daniel 4, verse 35. It says, and all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will.
Right, you're nothing more than props in the Lord's movement, man. Until like the director, minister society, Cain, you know what he said? You know what, man, I'm gonna kill Cain. Cain couldn't do that, man. I'm gonna kill Cain. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm gonna because it goes into all these ways. We say that it's nothing. It goes into vanity, man.
Yeah.
It goes into emptiness, man. Because all the ways of men are emptiness. Man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's just vain, man.
Right.
All right. So you people holding on something that's really is vanity.
Yeah. Right.
It's nothing. It's like the ox say, it's emptiness. What you holding on to, man? Y'all was shot. Hey man, y'all about to shoot me out of shot, gonna kill you, man. Point blank. There you go. You good?
Just on the book of Proverbs 20, verse 24, it says, man goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
So how you gonna understand, you know, the ways of yourself if you don't think it's from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna understand that, man? A man's goings is of the Lord, man. So whatever you do, whatever step you take, if you go to the right or to the left, if you take North Street or South Street, it's of the Lord. It's not of you, man. All right? Well, I'm going to go, you know, do this. Well, guess what? The Lord put you up there. You see what I'm saying? That's what
it's called predestination.
Predestination. That's what the scriptures say.
I got a precept for you too.
Yep. What?
Go ahead.
And then we're going to go back to the what tactics too.
Real quick. This
Yep,
is
go ahead.
Romans 9 and on verse 19. Thou wilt say unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?
Yeah, so the Lord set up your scenario. He set your destiny up. Your destiny lies with Yahweh Shah. You can't escape that will. The Lord said, you know what? The nigga gonna wake up, he gonna run and grab a bagel, and then he gonna be wrapped around a pole, man. Go ahead.
Like you said, man, you can't make this up, man. You can't just say, oh, I did this on my own. You think this on your own will, man. No, it's other ways of the Lord, man. He made you go down that street to have an accident.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? He made you go down that street, then go, get wrapped around the pole, man. He made you do this, man. It ain't of your own will. Like you decide to wake up this morning, go down 65 and have a damn accident, man.
Come on. You got some up?
Yeah, what he was saying.
Yeah.
But that you don't wake up, you know, to your own destination. They're going to Job.
Find a destination.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Lay him back on the ox. What the ox said.
I got a quick scripture you looking for?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a quick precept because the Lord, He controls everything.
That's
It's
right.
on Isaiah 10 and 15. Shall the axe boast in himself against him that heweth therewith?
Beautiful.
Or shall the soul magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right, meaning when Yahweh Shemashai, you nothing more than a tool, man. Right? You had to dispose of Yahweh Shemashai. Go ahead. Al.
It says, as if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself as if it were no wood.
Yeah.
So that's how. That's how about Shemashai, man. He controlling like we ain't nothing but vessels, man. You know, but hey, we have to be vessels fit to do the work of the Lord, man. You know, because the rest of these vessels are fitted for destruction, man.
Right.
You know that's why you gotta say, "What do you have about Shemashai?"
Right.
For having his knowledge, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, just like you got a flute sitting on the table, right? Hey, the flute can't make that beautiful noise, all right, without the flute player, without what? The breath
That's right.
of the flute player, all right? And we can't make a beautiful sound, what that is, Revelation 14 and 1, if I'm not mistaken, Revelation 14 and 1?
14 and
14, 3 and 4, right. Starting at one.
Starting at one.
Right, starting at one, right. We can't make this beautiful sound, all right, which is what? That new song to the people without the breath.
Right.
Yep.
Inspiration of the Most High, being blown within us. You know,
Oh, no, go ahead. You got it. I was looking for this.
that's it.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
then too, with that was Isaiah 10th chapter. Then, if you consider
Hey,
a sword
Go ahead.
or a gun or whatever, it's rendered useless without somebody picking it up and putting force behind it. All right? Yep, so go ahead.
Let's go back to the text.
Yeah, go ahead. Get what you got.
Oh, well, I was going to the precept that's going back to what I was saying about, you don't wake up to your own destination. What's going to happen to you the next day
You
or
don't
so.
control your own destiny.
Yeah.
So this Joel 33 and 15.
That's it.
In a dream, in a vision of the night,
Beautiful.
when deep sleep follow upon men, and somnolence upon the bed. Joel 33.
In a dream, within deep sleep, what is that? Rapid eye movement. All right, when you within a deep sleep and your eyes move back and forth at a rapid movement, that's when you know that the Most High is about to send that angel upon you, man, to seal your next day. Go ahead.
Joel 33 and 16. Then he opened up the ears of men and sealed up their instructions.
Yeah, so he opened up the ears, your mind of men to seal your instructions, your footsteps that you're about to take in the next day, man. All right, everything is predestinated, man. All right, there's some 2/3 that don't want to believe, man. They think they what? Self-will.
They self-will.
Yeah, ain't no such thing as self-will, man. You know, Yahweh Shai, all right, send that angel to seal you.
On accord. They say, I'm on my own accord.
Yeah, I'm on my own
I do
accord.
what I will.
I do what I will. No, it don't go like that. It don't go like that. The man's goings are of the Lord. That's it on that out? All right.
So the dream, like the Ox said, so the dream that you're having is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And he put that spirit on you to have whatever you want to have, man. Whatever is going to be righteous or whatever is going to be, wicked, man. You see?
Yep. Yeah, so let's go back to these war tactics, all right?
Yo.
So let's go back to this list. Go back to this list. Go ahead. Man, man. Where that at, man? You found it?
Back in war tactics, war offensive tactics. The next word is interdiction, and it goes into
It said that this the next tactic, okay? Because the Lord is a tactician when it comes to war. Go ahead.
the next war tactic is interdiction.
Now, real quick, what that word interdiction mean? Go to that word first, just for edification's sake. Yeah. Just for edification's sake.
Go to the word interdiction or interdict, either or. To destroy, damage, or cut off.
Whoa! We said to destroy, damage, or cut off. All right. Hey, go ahead.
Something such as an enemy line or supply.
Oh, hold on. That's bad.
Yeah.
Let's go back there.
Battery charge dead.
Okay.
The battery charge itself, I got like 20% now.
Okay, come. We still going right here though?
Yeah, we still.
Okay. Hold on. Now read this again. This is a war tactic.
All right, come.
Read this again.
Yeah, the word interdiction or interdict, to destroy, damage, or cut off. something such as enemy line or supply.
Oh, to cut off supplies. Is not there going to be a famine here? That's a war tactic. The Lord going to cut off the supplies to America. Now, when you consider America, this is an import nation. Everything you own is imported from Thailand, Mexico, or you know these different places.
We're a consumption nation.
Yeah, consumer nation. Yeah.
Okay.
Made in China. See what I'm saying? So
Mexico.
yeah, the scripture say.
Mexico and China.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this definition right here say to cut off supplies. So what that's a war strategy, okay? Which the Lord is applying it. Now let's go back to continue with that.
Finishing off the definition, by firepower.
Oh yeah.
By firepower to stop or hamper an enemy.
Yep, to stop or hamper an enemy, meaning everything gonna be halted here in America.
That's right.
What scriptures come to mind? Ecclesiastes 12. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's go back to that list and let's continue to read right there. You got a precept?
Yeah, well, I actually had something to add to that word interdict.
Okay, go ahead. Go to etymology of that?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. So the word interdict in etymology, all right, it means, from the 13th century, it means to place under ban of the church, to excommunicate.
Damn.
It says it's opposed by speech, prohibit, forbid. It says forbid or prohibit.
Yeah. Remember you go back into what they call it? Prohibition. Prohibition. That prohibited wine and alcohol. Well, that's gonna happen in the spirit. It's gonna be a spiritual what they call it again? Prohibition. I think that's a lesson. Spiritual prohibition. The Lord gonna cut off this wine. The Lord gonna cut off the wine, man.
Because really prohibition, that's exactly what it
Moonshine,
was.
yeah.
That's exactly what it
You
was.
coming to get your fix. Oh, 'cause that's a lot of jakes. They take it light. They get off work and they want to just unwind, and they say we're gonna turn on the prophets. But the Lord gonna cut that off in a minute. Prohibition, spiritual prohibition.
That's it.
We might go into that.
We gotta go into
that.
prohibition.
Yeah, spiritual
Like you
prohibition. We're
always
gonna do that,
say.
Lord will, man.
That's it.
It's a cry for wine in the street.
Wine in the street. Yeah.
The spiritual prohibition of 2000 and
Like across the house say, ain't gonna say, somebody got some Taylor boy. Somebody got some.
Anybody have a stiff shot over here?
No, that ain't what
Bang! Hey, you hear an echo of a nigga.
Yeah.
Block away.
Yeah.
It get quiet. You know what I mean? You hear a nigga. Do anybody have a shot?
Twilight Zone.
You gotta have a clip of that.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, straight up.
Yeah, and it goes into what you always say, man. Alabama is a stronghold
it's true,
for the
bro.
ABC
Last
boy,
stronghold.
man. The last stronghold. We ain't got no free alcohol, doesn't matter. Man. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you have a shot, cut it down the hill. It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over, man.
Yeah, that's the king, man. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, so come on, let's go back in.
Back in the war tactics, on the word interdiction, severing or disrupting lines of communication
Separate.
and supply.
Separate.
Oh, severing.
Severing,
Yeah.
my bad.
Severing lines of communication means severing means what to cut off. Lines of communication. Oh, what's that? The internet. The YouTube. Read that again.
Yeah, the word interdiction, severing.
Severing. This is a war tactic. The Lord is going to actually sever. What happens in war? You cut off the lines of communication. Hey man, call all y'all about shot, man. The Lord finally is avenging us of these fucking devils, man.
That's right.
Man, do you understand the history of what they did to us, man? All the ill dealings and treachery toward Israel, man. They cut off our limbs, they hacked off our genitals. Oh, when we get into the kingdom, they're gonna really, the Lord gonna tell us everything. We don't know everything they did to us, man.
That's right.
And that might be that buzzword that activate us to go and to kill more.
That's when they left that veil on us, man.
Yeah, when they lift that veil up. Hey, they had a thing where you get the word motherfucker from. Y'all know about that?
Yeah, they cover up all the men heads and then let them run around the house and bang all the mamas and sisters.
Fuck, man.
and
You see you
aunties
devils,
and-
man? You see what you gotta pay for, man? All right? That's That's why you got to thank Yahweh Shem Shah for avenging us of our enemies right now, man. Okay? Now the Lord's springing into action concerning our deliverance, man. The Lord, hey, you know I like, you see a scary movie, then all of a sudden, the power go off, you see her grab the phone, then the line of the phone cut, the phone cut, oh, there's no signal, you know what I mean? That lets you know Yahweh Shem Shah is here, man. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Most High Power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High.
Yeah, the Lord gonna cut off the communication, man. Fucking devils, man. Fucking devils running around free.
Right.
They should have chains on, man. Yeah, they should have chains on, man. And the spirit on those right now, man. Yep. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Come, and they shall wander from sea to sea.
And the Lord made them naked because they can't hide. We know them. They red, you know.
And from
they like you look at that car right there. Look, you can see them, man.
They can't hide myself.
They can't hide, man. Straight naked, man. That's the enemy, man. Yeah, go ahead, up.
Come. And from north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Most High, and shall not find it.
Yeah, and that's dealing with you're gonna be searching. You're gonna be doing these Google searches, you're seeking the word of the Lord. You ain't gonna be able to find it, man. All right. And overall, the Lord gonna cut off the communication. The Lord severing the line of communication. Matter of fact, let's go back to this right here again. I'll read it again from the top. This is a war tactic right here, right? See that? All right, we went into ambush, the Lord ambushed, planned attack, trench penetration, which this place is a trench, this little valley. All that, it falls under the guise of a warrior. And the Lord, a great warrior, man. You know what makes a great warrior? Wisdom. You could be brave and all that, but if you don't have wisdom, it's an old saying, he'll get everybody killed. It's an old saying, fools rush in.
I don't know anybody. I read that book called The War of Sun Tzu. I read a book about how he used like war tactics to win instead of like just forcing his way.
Yeah, don't force your way in, man. You got to think and plot and scheme and strategize. That's why, like, when you go into high-level sports, they got playbooks. They got playbooks. You got the baddest athletes in the world, but you can't just send them out there and say, go get them. You got to have a playbook, man. And they got to execute.
Let's run a Hail Mary.
You can't run Hail Marys all game. You can't
go get them, boy. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, that's the Lord. That's the wisdom of the Lord. If you can find that scripture where it said the wise men overthrew a city, I think it's Ecclesiastes 9.
I think Proverbs 9.
Proverbs 9. Try to find that out. Go ahead.
If I may, the playbooks, like going back on chess, man. You know, when you play chess, you move 3 or 4 moves ahead. You know, it ain't about who got the biggest pieces or who got the most pieces. It's about winning, man.
It's a mental game.
It's a mental game.
It's a mental game.
It's a mental. You can take a lot of L's, but you can. Hey, as soon as you win, you straight.
Yeah, you can take a lot of L's. Everybody, But if I get that last checkmate on you, that means I out-plotted, I out-schemed, I have more wits, you know?
Yeah,
I had mental capacity. Go ahead,
You know, the weakest point in the battle of the enemy to hit. When you hit that weak point, it's over with.
Yeah, it's pressure points in everything you do. Like football or whatever, you attack certain points, you know? You attack. You know, it's a certain attack. You know, you don't attack a strong suit. That wouldn't be wise. So you attack someone where they're most vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? You study the tape and you find out their weaknesses, and that's what you attack, man. All right. And in this case, what's America's weakness? Knowledge. This is the most dumbest kingdom, you know, ever, man. So now they're being confounded by the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's how the Lord told us to attack you people, man, through wisdom. And that's why the scripture tells you is that I think it's Ecclesiastes, Wisdom of Solomon 6, where it say, if you desire, if you honor wisdom, just bring forth a kingdom. Matter of fact, somebody can hold that while I get what he get. Did you find it out? So pretty much Yahweh Shem Shah is a warrior, and he's a war tactician But guess what? Just because you have, it tells you that in, somebody give me that real quick. I think it's 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, where it talks about the Lord have not told many mighty. 1 Corinthians 1 and 27, something like that, I think.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 27. Come. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 27. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
See that? Everything's centered around women. This that walk, man.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Right, so to be a good warrior don't mean you have to be necessarily buffed up.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
If you have wisdom, you can take down anybody.
That's it.
Hey, King David, when he took down Goliath, it was the spirit of wisdom of the Lord on him. He took those stones,
He was a
and
young
he took
man.
that slingshot,
He was a young man.
and he hit him up, man.
He knew the right stone. to
He
shoot.
knew the right approach, how to get him, man.
Just like Solomon with the baby.
Yeah, that's yep. Yeah, that. Hey, and that show you, it tell you that not shortly after that, King Solomon's his rulership was established. His wisdom. Because that wisdom, man. It was firmly established, man. After he sent I forget his main guy. He killed the guy up on the horn. Yeah, you can see that you can see that vividly, Yeah. If did I tell you not to go, man, that was so bad. That was bad. The way he said.
King David told him, like,
Yeah.
hey, you
He
already
said. Then he told him what he told him though. What he told him? He said, "You're a wise man. You know how to arrange their death." And that go to show you that you gotta. Oh, even King David didn't tell Solomon how to go about his business, man. He said, "You got the wisdom of the Lord. Do what you got to do, man." So that's why even in your leadership roles, you don't, throw yourself on brothers and brothers got the wisdom to do what you got to do. You might guide them a little. But King David told him, said, "Look, you're a wise man." He told him pretty much to arise a range of bloody. He told him, man.
Be not many masters.
Yeah, be not many masters. Yep, James the 3rd chapter.
Yep.
And he said what? He told him, he said, don't let him go down to his grave with gray hair, man. King David told Solomon.
That's so bad.
I got one more.
So that shows you that this is a war. This ain't nothing to play with up here, man.
War.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 20, 1 Corinthians 1 and 28, and the base things of the world, and the things which are despised, have the Most High chosen, and the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Right, because we not the kingdom yet. We overlooked. We dismissed. We glossed over, man. But the Lord chose the things that are not to bring down the things that are. And that's dealing with these elites. But what's the moral of the story right there? You ain't got to be mighty to be a great warrior. The first steps to being a great warrior is wisdom, man.
That's right.
Yep, so give me this. And this right here is the glue right here to bring it together. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 15.
Read.
Now there was found in it a poor wise
Jump
man.
up, jump up.
This is matter of fact, I started verse 13. This
Over Rembacher.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, watch that, man. Don't tell her who that is.
12 little boys.
Horrible, man. Yeah, he was watching us, man. He tripping too, man. See him, man? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's red right there, boy. That's red.
Look what he doing. Look what he doing.
Oh, he watching Art. He looking for you, Art. He looking for you, Art. He looking at the live screen. He wondering where you at. Yeah, go ahead, Art.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 13. It says, "This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me."
Woo!
There was a little city and few men within it.
That's talking about Israel because
Little city.
this talking about the elect because a few men in it.
Hey,
And this that small sanctuary, man. This that city, man. That little city with few be in it.
Yep.
You go ahead, Art.
yeah. Little city, you think about it. It's 7.8 billion people on this planet, man. And Yahweh Shah only chose 144,000. what little? It's little. It's small. It's a small sanctuary.
Oh, matter of fact, since he said that, get Luke 12 and 32.
Spirit, I think Apostle Tahar brought the video was like 1 billion.
Yep, he brought that up.
It's so many.
He brought that up.
It's so many people on this planet, but he only chose the 1/3 and the 144,000.
Which really, when you go into it, comes out to millions. But guess what?
Yeah,
That's
okay,
small
okay.
in comparison to the
To what we got going on.
Yeah.
Millions.
Oh, that's bad.
You can't number.
It really, Esau trying to act like they had these, these numbers. You know what I mean?
The consensus.
Yeah,
The consensus bureau. They got the consensus
Yeah.
bureau. You know, just laying back what the ox said. They got the consensus bureau. They come to eat dough. Knock. They ain't going to the projects. They ain't going. They ain't
going under these bridges.
They ain't going under.
You know what I mean?
They ain't going under. Yeah. God.
Hey, and these people live up under the streets, man.
Yeah.
You really go deep into it. It's an underground world.
It's a whole underground city.
It's a whole underground city all through it, man.
Yeah.
Because it's an underground tunnel that it's a systematic tunnel under America.
Yep.
Oh, and then you're gonna see that when all hell breaks.
all hell
man.
breaks.
It's gonna be people coming out of the ground like hobbits, man. Oh, and I showed Aka video. I showed Aka video now, and I'm gonna show all y'all, but I'm gonna send that video out, Lord will. There's some creatures out here, man. You saw them creatures I showed you?
Hey, man.
They look like damn. I can't even put it in words. Hey, and now look, right? They like some damn orangutans or something, right? But hold up. You had these explorers, they was in a ship, right? So they're in China or somewhere. So they heard this weird sound and they went to explore. And there was some damn orangutans or some shit walking in the sea. Meaning their legs must have been so long, like they was in a fucking bathtub in the sea. Now they remind you they're in a ship, but they was walking through the sea, man. So that show you the miraculous works right there. See what I'm saying?
Man, hey, man.
Jake through.
Yeah, man.
Hey, every spirit's created, man.
Hey, that be then the Lord. Hey, look, the Lord can create something on the fly, man.
On the fly.
The Lord is a creator.
I go to
They say
prepare a
you
place for you.
look at
Mhm.
Pokemon,
Yep.
man.
Ooh.
I go to
Look at
prepare a
Pokemon,
place.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, kinda.
Love putting their mind to even imagine something like that, you know.
And there was actually a little Pokemon
Yeah,
animal.
you know what I mean?
It's actually a Pokemon.
Shoot out fiery sparks. That's a Pokemon, man.
Pikachu.
That's a Pikachu, man.
Hey, it's like-
There's a Pikachu out there.
You brought up the move, the video you made, the Tasmanian Devil.
Oh yeah,
It's back out.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
That's it. Yep.
Come
Where
on,
that come from?
Y'all was shot bad,
Yeah,
man.
y'all shot bad. Straight
Y'all
up.
was shot bad.
And then it's not a ending. That's why when we read second Ezra 8 and 20, it said, "He that dwelleth in everlastingness," man. Meaning what? There's no like a cutoff point with the Lord. Like he just stopped creating all of a sudden. Man, the Lord's still doing his thing. It's just you people just sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And guess what, man? In a minute, you're gonna be seeing Slender Man. Hey, because
Real talk.
yeah, straight up.
Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with this. That's why. Hey, I'm gonna say this now for all you listeners out there. Lord will, you don't get offended, but I'm gonna just say straight up. All these boogeymans, these horror movies, they true, man.
Real talk.
Leprechauns and shit like that.
Right.
Because I'm gonna prove it right through something simple as this experiment. If I was to tell you to close your eyes and think of an animal that you never seen before, guess what? You're gonna have to use something that you did see before. Because you might say, hold up, I can think of something you never saw before. A half elephant and a half giraffe. Well, guess what? You just used two things that you actually saw before. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So all these movie directors and everybody who come up with these wild creatures they think they can come up with is something that's actually there.
Yeah, young man see dreams.
That's it.
And young lady, you know.
What it is, it's like Wisdom of Solomon, 11th chapter, 17, something like that.
Yeah, it talk about the newly created creatures. For an example, like Leviathan. You know, you got Godzilla.
Old
You think when they came out with Godzilla, people thought, oh my goodness, I never ever heard of such a thing. Where you had this big lizard that could breathe fire. Well, guess what? It's in the scriptures, man.
That's it.
When you go into the dinosaurs, it's in the scriptures, behemoth, man.
That's it.
And guess what? The Lord is creating new things. That's why I say that you can't confound the Lord. That's why He said, look, it's new things created. Like, even if you can't. Well, I didn't see that in the scriptures, Lord. Well, guess what? I told you it was going to be new things.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got a precept. Wisdom of Solomon 11, In 17, it says for thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions.
Now, why did the Lord say that? Because these are animals that you're somewhat accustomed to.
That's right. Yeah.
Yet, if you seen a lion, you'll run up out of your shoes trying to get away.
He said memes.
See what I'm saying?
Memes. What's the theme now on Twitter? Memes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continuing on in verse 18, it says,
Yeah, like images.
Yeah, it was just memes,
Yeah.
man.
it says, or unknown wild beasts.
Or unknown wild beasts.
Yeah.
See that? Go ahead.
It says, full of rage.
Full of rage. Now, there's times when you might see a lion as fierce as a lion is, he might fall back because he's full. So a lion might be full. That's why you go into like these different safaris. You know, like National Geographic, for an example. They might be riding through with their little Jeep, and they got a chance to ride across a pride of lions. And the lions won't mess with them. Why? Because at that time, the lions is full, they ate. But there are certain animals out there that's full of rage, meaning they turned up all the time, man. And the Lord got them in the cut. See, go ahead up.
Yeah, con. It says, read it from the top. It says, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either of a fiery vapor or 50 cents of scattered smoke or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes.
Woo! See that? Look up. They're going to navigate back there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, continuing
Yeah,
on.
that's that navigator. No, hey,
No.
Just go out there. We go that way. Hey, tell me to go that way. Yeah, go ahead.
Continuing on in verse 19, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them.
Yep. Meaning when you see these creatures, you're gonna fall, you're gonna give up the ghost because of their sight. Okay? Now, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it on that. Go ahead.
Just like Amazon, you know what I mean? They lit the Amazon on fire, man. The Lord's had you devils like the Amazon forest on fire. Guess what? Them animals coming up here, man. Them newly created beasts, because these devils haven't, they haven't explored the whole Amazon forest. And once you lit it on fire, guess what they came up to? They coming up to America, the U.S., man. You know what I mean? So when our hell breaks loose, that's why these players gonna come in this perfection, man. You know, you're gonna see Slender Man and Pikachu up in here, man, because this is the judgment that the Lord has set for this place, man.
Batman add on that. And the Lord can just bug you out, man. You know? You think you see Slender Man, he ain't even none. You know, you just heard about him, you know? But
I think the Scripture says they're gonna fall apart, they're gonna die when they see the sight on.
Yeah, they're gonna die when they see the sight on.
I think
That's why you read it again.
Yeah, read it again. And then again, just to add to your point, like when you consider all the terrain of planet Earth, these devils ain't explored all that, man. Like they show you from Google Earth, right? But they haven't went into the terrain, the different mountains. It's dinosaurs out there, man.
That's right. They show you that on the King Kong movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The Lord had a huge storm pretty much to where they couldn't get into it, but these devils, you know what I mean, managed to get it. He had spiders taller than the damn trees.
I got some information going into that.
I don't know y'all ever heard of the coconut crab.
The coconut crab? Y'all heard
Oh, I heard
that. Go into that. These are the works of the Lord, right here.
The coconut crab is more than just creepy to looking at.
Now you ought to see the image of this. Show the people the image of that.
Pull up to that, man.
Show everybody the image of that, man.
Yeah.
That's the coconut crab. He bigger than a damn garbage can.
Hey, 5'9".
Hey, show all the different cameras, right? Go back to the main camera right in front of you again. Show them. Get a good look at that. That's the coconut crab. That's the work of the Lord right there, man. Hey, and that's going to what you were going to about them big ass spiders, man. Esau, they'll send out like a research team, then they'll report back, and these movie directors, which is pretty much under the vibration of prognosticators, and on the left hand side of Esau, they'll do a fucking movie about it, man.
They're going back to that movie King Kong. They sent people out there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like the movie director laid up eating damn waffles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the bed, breakfast in bed, he came up with just an idea. This based upon like real scenarios.
That's it.
No.
Real talk. Yeah.
And it all go back to the spirit of power. How about you now?
But I want to read on it.
Yeah, read on that. Go ahead.
But on the set of coconut crab,
Go ahead, go ahead.
it says on the coconut crab, that just get to the point. It says if his claws clamp down on your leg,
Hold up. This crab, if its claws clamp down on your leg, what's gonna happen?
it will grip you with much.
Two attack.
It will grip you with as much power as a bite from a lion's jaws.
Hold up, man. You see that, man?
That's straight muscle.
You see that?
I'll say it.
Yeah, go ahead. Read that again.
You don't want that. You don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke.
You don't want no parts of that, man. You want no smoke with your how about you outside. Straight up.
You
All right?
can't deal
Yeah,
with
go
your
ahead.
woman.
It says on the coconut crab, it said it will grip you with as much power as a bite from a lion's jaw.
And it's dealing with a crab.
Hey, yeah, just
All right? Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, lion's jaws. Hey, a lion's jaws is just enough to make you stay away, man. And you got people that eat these type of things, man. That goes into the dietary laws, man. But just a simple fact that a coconut crab that'll gnaw down on you like a lion's jaw, man. You don't want no part of that. I don't want no. I feel you how about Shemi. I don't want no part of that. How much more you people, man? Y'all don't feel y'all about shit.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They taking it light. They making it light.
They making it light.
You go into that word despise.
Oh,
one
man.
of the definitions is to make it light.
That's
Take light of, man.
Yeah, because they don't understand.
They don't understand,
And that's too,
man.
I think that's 2 Samuel 33, where it said, it said they abused the prophets of the Lord.
Oh, man.
They misused the prophets of the Lord.
You guys, huh?
The 33rd chapter, 15th verse. Yeah, go ahead,
On this article going to about the coconut crab, it said kills birds and breaks bones.
It kills birds and break bones, man. You see that? Hey, you see that? That's a crab. It said it kills birds and it breaks bones, man. That's a crab, man. Think about that. Meditate on that. This is the works of the Lord Yahweh Shah right there. Hey, matter of fact, somebody give me 2 Ezra 8 and start at 20 real quick. Because the scripture say, and somebody give me Ecclesiastes 43 right quick. Ecclesiastes 43. Ecclesiastes 43 and start at like the 10th verse.
Hey, just to add on, the Apocrypha, means hidden. It's a hidden book.
Right.
And Yahweh Shah got these hidden animals, man.
Right.
He got hidden beasts
Right.
for you, man.
Right.
All right? And he hid them within the Apocrypha. All right? He hid them within the Apocrypha. And if you got a discernment for it, man, you'll understand. You don't want no part of that. You don't want
23. Yep, 8:20, go ahead.
Yeah, in this book of 2 Ezra 8 and verse 20, it says, O Lord, thou that dwellest in everlastingness, which beholdest from above things in the heavens and in the air,
Yeah, go ahead.
whose throne is inestimable, whose glory may not be comprehended.
Oh, it said whose glory may not be comprehended. So when you go into this coconut crab, that's a part of the glory of the Lord.
Shalak right here.
Boy, them niggas, man, go get them, man. You watching us?
Yeah, man.
The cops watching us, but these niggas drag racing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Let me see.
drag.
And the violation that would be called a irregular start or something. I can't think of the name of it.
I know what you're talking
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep, go ahead.
Going back to 2 Ezra 8 and 21,
Yeah, man.
whose throne is inestimable,
Whose throne is inestimable, go ahead.
whose glory may not be comprehended,
Yep.
before whom the host of angels stand with trembling.
Right. So the Lord's glory can't be comprehended. So that coconut crab is a part of the glory of the Lord, man.
Right.
No? So now, go to him right here.
It's Sirach 43 and 23. By his counsel he appeaseth the deep and planteth islands therein.
Hold up, it said by his countenance he appeaseth the deep. Scriptures say by his countenance he appeaseth the deep. Those crabs is a part of the deep. He pleased them. Right, go ahead.
They that sail on the sea tell of the danger thereof.
It says they that sail on the sea tell of the danger thereof. Hey, bring this back out again. Read this again. Read this one more time. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 43 and 24. They that sail on the sea.
Those that sail on the sea, meaning National Geographic and all these different, those who, you know, they investigate the things in the sea, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Diligent search.
Yep.
Diligent search.
Yep, go ahead.
Tell of the danger thereof.
See, those that sail the sea tell of the danger thereof. That's why this information coming up about this coconut crab. Go ahead.
And when we hear it, with our ears,
that's what we're doing now. We're hearing about these stories in the deep with our ears, man. Go ahead.
We marvel thereat.
We marvel thereat. And only the men of the Lord are going to be in that spirit, because we marvel at the ways of the Lord. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Go ahead.
For therein be strange and wondrous works.
See, therein be strange and wondrous works, man. And that's a whole nother world, and these pastors and preachers don't know about that. They condition you to believe that this figment of the so-called white man imagination, some guy in the underworld with horns and a pitchfork. But we're telling you of the real works of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
Variety of all kinds of beasts.
See, variety of all kinds of beasts. Read that again. We're gonna go back. Go ahead.
The coconut crab kills birds and breaks bones.
See that? That's a variety of.
Damn!
Hold up. To kill a bird, that means he's jumping out. Hey, you know what? That means he's smart.
That's right.
He's smart. He's smart. He got a brain. You know?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, the coconut, how much power does it take to break a coconut?
Hey, that's why he probably coined with that name. Yeah. We finna go into that. We finna figure. Hey, I'm gonna say this. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about this coconut crab. The Spirit of the Lord brought it up because this is a never-ending learning process, man.
That's right.
You could be alone on an island and try to break a coconut. You ain't gonna break a coconut like
coconut crab.
Smash it on the rock.
Created a coconut crab for that.
Coconut crab.
We're gonna have him under our subjection.
How you call
it? To the coconut crab.
Infinite knowledge.
Infinite
knowledge. Like the ox said, he didn't know nothing about that. He didn't know nothing about that. That's why you call this
crab.
Infinite knowledge, man.
That's right.
What it said, he that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
We the only ones that have the skill set through the Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right.
To take this article and filter it through the
scripture.
Matter of fact, somebody give me Deuteronomy 29 and 29. Nobody said.
That's heavy, man.
As the scripture said, give me Deuteronomy 29 and 29.
Right.
Man, come on.
Right. Deuteronomy 29
How much more? You simple ones with love.
And these simple ones just simple as they can be. They thinking about carnal things, man.
Popeye's chicken.
Yeah.
You got a coconut.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 29 to 29. The secret things belong to the Lord our power.
See, the secret things belong to the Lord our power, like the coconut crab. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
But those things which are revealed belong
but those things are revealed, which is dealing with the coconut crab, etc. Go ahead.
Belong unto us.
Belong to us.
Yeah.
See, go ahead.
It says, and to our children forever.
And we are our children. See? Yeah, go ahead.
That we may
and
do.
So that we the ones that go off time. The Lord ain't no joke. We got the knowledge in the beginning, from the foundation of the earth, and we're gonna be the ones to get it here in the end, man.
That's right.
Nobody else can claim that. All right, go ahead.
That we may do all the words of this law.
Yeah, that's talking about the scriptures. All right, so let's go back to the coconut crab.
Gun, this the article on the coconut crab.
Read just the headline again, and we're gonna go back in.
The coconut crab kills birds and breaks bones.
That take a lot.
Hold up, that take a lot of force, man.
That take a lot.
It'll take a lot for me to break your bone, man. I had to take like an external weapon, you know, some outside of my own force to break your bone.
Yep.
This coconut crab has the necessary tools the Lord have equipped him with the attributes to break your bones, man. And he been breaking bones. See, I'm gonna say this, right? See, you people in America, you under the shroud of deception. Why?
Yeah.
Because you put your stock into Esau and through his media. Whatever Esau give you in his media, that's what you hold fast to. See, what you got to do is come out of Esau's ways, and you got to subscribe to us. We're giving you the real information.
Right.
Yeah. You never heard of the coconut crab until you came across us, man. See what I'm saying? Get that real quick. Esau ain't gonna tell you about it. But meanwhile, it's a coconut crab out there breaking people's bones. Go ahead.
Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Right, so the Lord set us up so we could convey the Lord's glory to you. You know? Now, it tells you in 2 Ezra 6 chapter where it says truth is been so long without fruit. Esau don't want you to know. They'll make SpongeBob, you know, different cartoons about the bears. Yeah. Damn. And they'll frame it as an animation, like make believe. But in all reality, it's true. For real. Yeah. So you showed the image of that already, right? So now let's go back to this. You got more on that? Come, we go back.
It says, for therein be strange wondrous works.
For therein, right? Therein what? Deceit. There'll be strange works, and that's the coconut crab. Go ahead.
Variety of all kinds of beasts.
Of all kind of beasts. Go ahead.
And wells created.
Go ahead.
By him, the end of them have prosperous success.
Oh, by him, the end of them have prosperous success. Now, this coconut crab, he's gonna triumph in the end. He's gonna eat you people alive, man. Then flood coconut crab pop up.
Yeah. So you got to think about it too.
And they're gonna have success in the end. That's the works of the Lord.
The vine and the coconut crab.
You buy a coconut crab ride on top of the vine.
And by his word, all things consist.
Oh, hold up. And by his what?
And by his word.
Hold up, that's Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Hey, Yahweh Shai ain't no joke. Yahweh Shai thought to create the coconut crab.
That's right.
So this is the type of power we're dealing with.
Oh, man.
One who sat around and concocted a being that can break your bones, man. Hey, you people like to eat crab. The Lord gonna avenge them. Oh, them same crabs you eat?
Yeah, they gonna eat you.
The Lord brought them back as probably coconut crabs.
Beast come right back.
Hey, you know like they
come right back.
Yeah, oh, the animals come right back. So the Lord, all you niggas eating that red lobster, these bitches, nails done, eating crabs, right? The Lord gave the animals they vengeance. Lord probably said, you know what, this lobster, I'm gonna bring them right back as a coconut crab. And you niggas that broke those crabs and ate them, he gonna get you, man.
That's right. So like, what about all them dogs they killed over there in the Asian country?
They'll be back. They'll be back. Oh, it was a video I did a while back where you had this Edomite jogging, and it was this bear. Hey, it was a race. It was like a cross-country race. And the bear singled him out. The bear singled him out of everybody. The bear singled him out, man, and chased him down, man. And I'm real talk. I believe in the video they found a Nike, like a cross-trainer Nike level. That Edomite ran out of his shoes. Oh, and then get what? The Edomite, what he did, the bear was chasing him, and he text his phone. He called or text his phone like, "Hey, look, I love you." You know what I mean? It's a bear on my ass. You know what? He probably killed a bear in his past, man. See, Lord, perfect. Everybody get their vengeance. Go ahead.
We may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore in some he is all.
Right, so that's talking about us. See how we just constantly talking and talking. So the scripture said we might speak much. Okay, go ahead.
It says, how shall we be able to magnify him?
Yeah, it's hard for us to magnify the Lord. Go ahead.
For he is great above all his works.
Yeah, that's bad. So the Lord is great above all his works.
Is it?
All right?
Y'all, I got something.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance, Yep. Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Yeah, so that's why these animals, they attack you, certain people attack you, they get vengeance on you, man.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah, so is one more on that up?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it says, in the time of their discretion, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Right, so that word appease means please.
Yep, kind
So they please the Lord, okay? When the Lord send that wrath. Go ahead.
It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts.
Whoa, teeth of wild beasts. Go ahead.
And scorpions.
Ooh, that's a crab.
Serpent and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, see, let's go back to that coconut crab. That's bad right there.
Coconut crab. I'm about to go.
Yeah, we're going to go into that.
Animal planet.
We're going to go into that.
Animal planet tonight.
Yeah, try to read, get all the points.
Read the title again, then get to the.
Hey, hold up. The title for the kid. Hey, the title. The title for the. Hey, peep this title right here, man. Watch this title. Pay attention to this title. Go ahead.
It said the coconut crab kills birds and breaks bones, and may have eaten Amelia Earhart.
Oh, y'all know about Amelia Earhart? That's the woman that was driving on the plane.
First woman.
Oh,
And she came up missing.
hold on, man.
She ran out of gas.
She ran. Hey, now you got these scientists. Hey man, look man. Hey, this is heavy,
Hold on.
And these scientists said that this coconut crab might have just been the cause of the demise of Amelia Earhart.
Man, hold on.
That's where that bitch came up missing.
How about she
How about she outside? That bitch probably love crab.
Yeah, God.
See? Yeah, go ahead.
Reading the article, it said the coconut crab isn't just scary looking. Its claws are powerful enough to rip open a coconut.
Oh, the spirit, yeah.
It can't climb trees.
Oh look, they can climb. So if you run from them and you climb up a tree, they coming. They coming. You on top of the tree. You know what I mean? Setting up a prayer.
It may just been the animal that devoured Amelia Earhart.
What is that going into? I'm gonna go into that. That sounds like a good read. I'm gonna go into this right here, man. Because there's a mystery about Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, God.
And guess what? It's a good chance that the coconut crab got her ass, man. That's the spirit of the Lord, y'all about to see y'all outside, man.
Right.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man. Coconut crab, that bitch hard, man. Coconut crab. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, this was no ordinary crab.
Woo! Hey, y'all saw the picture? If you just joined in late, we showed you the picture of the coconut crab. It's the size of a traditional garbage can.
Yeah, God.
That shit pop up in your house. What you gonna do? You better have a strap. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
It said the coconut crab stretches 3 feet long, and though it only weighs 8 or 9 pounds, it's strong enough to carry more than 6 times its own weight.
9 times 3.
They carry Amelia Earhart on.
You mathematicians out there.
It says the coconut crab is more than just creepy to look at. Their piercings are some of the most powerful, most dangerous weapons in the animal kingdom.
In the animal kingdom, you got lions, bears. In the animal kingdom, man.
Oh my.
Oh, you got hey, what's that? Like a hyena? If I'm not mistaken, the hyena got that force. They got that powerful pressure. They bite pressure.
Yeah, kind.
I think they're one of the most powerful.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, the hyena, man. Yep. But he's considered to be something to be, reverenced in the animal kingdom. A coconut fucking crab, man.
He busting coconut.
He busting on my coconut. You know what it takes to take over a coconut, man? Come on. Coconut, what about your head?
Yeah, what a coconut is.
And you know like Amelia Earhart, she had on that little pilot helmet. That coconut crab popped us.
The key thing is with Amelia Earhart, she was a woman, man. And what you compare America to, man? The heart.
Yeah.
She's a woman, man. All right,
Yep,
it's the
yep.
mystery. People gonna be looking at the mystery of this kingdom, man. Like, how she get taken down? Is this the motherfucking man? Is this it? Is this one? Yeah. She was deemed the pilot across the world, man. And she ended up with what? Coconut crab.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you got it.
If his claws clamp down on your leg,
Hold up. If his claws clamp down on your leg, go ahead.
it will grip you with as much power as a bite from a lion's jaws.
That's a lot of weight. That's a whole lot of weight, man.
There's a lot
Hey,
of
that's coming from a crab.
what they call it, pounds per square inch.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a lot of pounds per square inch.
That's it. That's it. Pound
Hey.
per square inch. That's it, bro.
Hey, Daniel was through in the lounge then,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A coconut crab got the power of lion's jaw.
Yeah.
You don't want
That's
no
it.
part of that, man.
That's it. That's it.
You need to come back and repent.
To Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
And that's one of the creations of the Lord right there.
Oh,
Yep, go ahead.
That's it.
That was it on that?
oh man.
So this coconut crab was set up as a weapon of the Lord, meaning what? Everything's at the disposal of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah,
Right.
man.
That's right.
Meaning that the Lord is a warrior and everything is a weapon, man.
Yeah.
And guess what? The Lord is going to make known and make manifest his weapons as we move closer and closer to the end of this thing. man.
Right.
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 You know? So
Right.
yeah, anybody got a precept? Yeah, go ahead. Go
It's
ahead.
Isaiah 55 and verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways. So I can read again. It's on Isaiah 55 and verse 8. It says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Oh,
Damn.
my thoughts are not your thoughts because your thought is a crab should be in Red Lobster, man. Should be on a plate for you niggas to eat it. It wasn't never meant for you niggas. You niggas never thought that a crab was gonna be the predator. Yeah, see that? My ways are not your ways.
that's right.
Go ahead, out.
That's right.
He says, for as the heavens are higher than the
Somebody
earth.
get Jeremiah 15 real quick.
It says, for as
Go
the,
ahead.
it says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth.
Hey, that's the Lord giving you a visual illustration. You know, like, you know, when you have a kid, right? Sometimes you have to, hey, what happens with a kid? You give them a picture book.
Right.
So the Lord had to give you a vivid illustration. Look, just like you look up and you struggle to see the things in the air. Guess what? That's how my ways are higher than you people ways, man. All this time you was conditioned to believe that the Lord was some loving and kind, gentle power. Not understanding he was a man of war.
That's right.
Right? Hey, and guess what, man? The Lord got us set up to convey his true nature. Why?
Right.
So when he started to wreak havoc on you damn people, guess what? You're not gonna be able to give that glory to nobody else.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to say it was Cesare Borgia, sweet Jesus, you know, or Muhammad, or Allah, or Buddha. You know what you're gonna say? This had to be the works of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah.
That's it.
You know why? Because these men. Matter of fact, somebody give me, man, real quick. Give me Isaiah 145 real quick. It started at the 3rd verse. Psalms, should I say? Psalms 145. So like, whoever get it quick. Because look, we the heralds of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Hey, you know, remember, let's say like, what is his name? Floyd Mayweather. Before he can come into the ring, you had to have somebody to set the stage. He knocked out, he got this many KOs. He's 35-0. You know what I mean? So that's us. We letting you know the works of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah before he actually spring into action to make his move. 145 started at 3, I can read that.
Psalms 145 verse 3. Great is the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah, and greatly to be praised.
See that? And that's us. We praising the Lord greatly, man. Right. Great millstone. Go ahead.
And his greatness is unsearchable.
And his greatness is unsearchable. Meaning what? We have to bring it to you. Go ahead.
Verse 4. One generation shall praise thy works.
Hold up. One generation shall praise his works. Go ahead.
One generation shall praise thy works to another.
And that's us. We praising his works to you. Go ahead.
And shall declare that mighty acts.
Hold up. It said declare his mighty acts, man. Which is what? Him wreaking havoc on everybody, man. Go ahead. The coconut crab, etc. Go ahead.
Psalms 145 and 5. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty.
I will speak of the glorious. Go ahead.
I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesties
Go ahead.
and of thy wondrous works.
And of his wondrous work. We were just speaking about the coconut crab, right? Go ahead. You can't make this up. We were set up to do this. Go ahead, Doc.
Psalm 145 and 6. And men shall speak of the might of the terrible acts.
And men shall speak of the might of his terrible acts, man. Right. The pastors and preachers ain't talking about the coconut crab or the bears or the lions or whatever works of Yahweh. Only his men doing that, man. Read that again, huh?
Psalms 145 and 5. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesties and thy wondrous works. Verse 6. And men shall speak of the might of the terrible acts. And I will declare that greatness.
Yeah, go ahead, read that part again.
And I will declare that greatness.
Continue.
Verse 7, they shall abundantly utter the memory of the great goodness.
Don't we talk about Noah? We go into the memory, Samuel. Go ahead,
and shall sing of thy righteousness.
And that's what we're doing. We're singing of his righteousness. Continue, Doc.
Verse 8, the Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy.
Read. Finish off on verse 9.
Verse 9, the Lord Yahweh Shah is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works.
Yeah, that all is talking about the elect, man. All right. So now let's go back to where we was at.
The book of Isaiah 55. This is the book of Isaiah 55 and verse 9 again. It says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways.
Right, so you never thought that was a coconut crab, you know, or Leviathan. You never thought that because the ways of the Lord is higher than yours. You thought that it was just going to be a pastor giving you a song and dance, you send a collection plate, then you'll be carried into the heavens, you know, in the pearly gates to meet your dead loved ones. All right, go ahead up.
And it says, in my thoughts, then your thoughts.
Is it? Now give it to me.
It's Jeremiah chapter 15 and 1. Then said the Lord unto me, Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Read.
And it shall come to pass, they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth?
Well.
Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh.
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, meaning these scriptures, we didn't jump on a spaceship and go up into the third heavens, into the throne, before the throne of the Lord, and run back a message. We read according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
It says, such as are for death to death.
Such as for death unto death. Is that not the message we sing? Why did we go into the coconut crab? Because that's the message, man. Go ahead.
And such as are for the sword to the sword.
Such as for the sword to the sword, meaning destruction. Go ahead.
And such as are for the famine to the famine.
Such as for the famine to the famine. Go ahead.
And so
and you know what? That all goes back full circle to the war tactics.
To the war tactics.
Because we went into the fact that the Lord sent the sword and he cut off the supplies of the city. That's what a warrior do.
It's that weapons.
In the ancient world, what happened in 70 AD? What happened in 70 AD? Did not they cut off the supplies? So where they had to eat each other out there in 70 AD?
Yep.
Cannibalism.
Yep. Go ahead.
It said, and such as for the captivity to the captivity, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to destroy and devour.
That's the coconut crab, along with other animals. That's nothing more than the weapons of Yahweh Shah. So anybody got a precept? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all you sincere brothers out there, as well as the sisters of Akim and Aqua that subscribe to this truth as well. To the next time, Shalom and DTA.
Shalom, DTA, Abad Babal. To all you demons and you monsters.
Down to you monsters, man.
May the coconut crab get you.
May the coconut crab get you niggas, man.